Like they
I was waiting for you to respond, and
I was responding, but your guys won't open the damn pot because they're a bunch of idiots.
Well, they got it right for 2 days.
Yeah, some jackass, which he's not the only one. So some people lost their entire life savings gambling. So let's shut all the tracks down. Let's shut all the casinos in Vegas down. Let's shut all the bars down because there's a few drunks out there. You know what? That stuff just makes me want to puke.
Yeah, this is one commissioner voted against it because she had a relative. She didn't even name who the relative was.
Too freaking bad. Okay, we'll send him a bologna sandwich.
I want her to produce that relative.
Yeah, produce this, honey, Katie. And by the way, you said March 8th and Dade, also in Broward on the same day. Both counties will pass overwhelmingly, and we'll have it by the end of the year, whether a certain fundamentalist lunatics like it or not. Too bad.
You know what, though?
Life will go on.
Even in Dade County, you know, they tried to, and Ron Book, who was the lobbyist for the tracks, he just called their bluff, so to speak, because he said, you know, they wanted to put it off to the 22nd. He wanted it on the same day in both counties. It's important for the campaign.
Well, yeah, but you see what they try to do? They try to sneak a salary increase for themselves in there on the same vote, which is why they wanted to push it back.
Right.
And they got sidetracked on that. It's no way, Jose. Get lost.
And
they lost.
He called their bluff.
Just as a protest against Katie Sorensen, I'm going to Woodbine at 2 o'clock.
Speaking of bluff, I think I'll go say goodbye to him before I leave.
Yeah. Yeah, he's bluffing all right. You didn't finish the schedule, and that's what I was trying to interrupt you on.
Yeah, well, if the schedule
is 2 to 7, the interchangeable parts, and then you didn't get to 7 to 10, which says TBD, to be determined.
Oh, I don't even get a schedule around here.
TBA, to be announced.
Who would
10
that
o'clock
be?
in the morning, we still have no idea who's going to be on at 7 tonight.
Well, they usually bring in the big O at night because he's one guy who doesn't mind working a triple shift. Rock solid.
Yeah, he'll do anything.
Yep.
That's what Duff said. So anyway.
How cold is it up there?
It's minus 24 Celsius. I don't know what that is Fahrenheit, but it's cold enough to freeze your nose right off on your face.
You ever go out? Oh, you are. You're going out at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, but my cab, I got a regular cab guy. He picks me up right in front of the building, so I'll walk about 5 feet.
I get it.
And then he drops me right at the entrance to the casino at Woodbine, so I'll walk another 8 feet, and that'll be it's nice and comfortable in there, just like in Vegas. They want to keep you comfortable, so you keep plunging your guts out all day.
How about the people who were buying the Fontainebleau are also going to build a hotel in Las Vegas?
Good for them. So maybe we'll get a casino in the Fontainebleau. Sounds good.
Could be another place to get a comp.
Be long overdue, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So how about Katie Sorensen? Katie, last Sunday my Wheel of Fortune read 7 for $3,000. I guess that'll keep me going another day today. Yeah.
Yeah. Just hold on to your teeth.
Yeah. That's down there. In fact, we're down there and just put them in a glass while you're plunging your guts out.
I'm sorry to intrude on your time. If the pot was open, it would have been my time.
Take another 2.5 hours because 1 o'clock we got the ratings coming out, Hank.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, today's the big day. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, but that's my old time that's going to be in that book.
So make sure that your bookie is clear off your phone about 1:15. We'll give you a call, let you know how everybody did.
Yeah, I better. I'll be listening. I know where to go to get that.
Don't forget, Atlanta wins big time Sunday, and of course the Patriots 27-10. I'm thinking over Pittsburgh.
I'm opposite you on both games.
Really?
Yes.
You think the Steelers are going to beat them, huh?
I think they'll cover.
Oh, get out of here.
I think the line is wrong.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. If the high-scoring Colts only scored 3 points against New England, how are the Steelers going to do anything with their rookie quarterback?
The Steelers, the rookie quarterback will be handing the ball off all day.
Yeah.
And the difference between those two teams is that the Steelers have an offensive line that'll knock you back, and they have a defensive line you can't run on.
They've been playing pretty lousy the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, they just keep winning.
Pretty marginal. I know, but they've been playing pretty marginal. They're ready to be had.
Going in there is not going to be easy for New England. And as far as Philadelphia and Atlanta, I don't like Atlanta at all. I like Philadelphia better than I like.
Wow.
The dog.
Okay, well, we'll see.
The last time
we'll see who has their pants on Monday morning.
The last time, or who has their teeth.
Right.
The last time, because this is gambling. The last time an underdog was a 3-point dog or higher, you have to go all the way back to 1981. That's a big number for a home dog in a championship game.
Yeah.
And that was the San Francisco game where Dwight Clark caught that pass in the end zone from Montana.
Yeah, that was before Jeff Garcia.
Yes, and his playmate.
Uh-huh.
Gay. You have a great day, Neil.
You too, Hank. Don't lose too much this weekend.
I'm going to be in there plunging.
And we'll have the ratings for you, 1:15.
I'll be here listening.
Well, we'll send a prayer for us all right now.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll all be saying Kaddish.
There you go. even though we're working for a bunch of goyim.
It's Friday, you bastard.
Finally got a call here. The number one rated Mohammedan David in the show. At least according to my aspirations. Stay away from me. I don't even know how you have children. Miramar, hello.
Yes, I want your take on Jay Fiedler.
Oh, well, Jay Fiedler is a great quarterback and a good Jew.
Jay Fiedler.
Well, not to mention he's got extraordinarily smooth buttocks.
Oh, yeah!
You gotta be careful what you say here.
Okay, Doc. Thank you, Mom.
No, wait a minute. Don't go.
But I have nothing else to say.
Well, how about this? How's the weather down there in the Miramar?
I'm right down the street from you.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Oh, wait, by the way, something.
No, I have to go.
Look, I tell you what, I'll hold you over the break. How's that, huh? I'll give you one of my old tank T-shirts. How's that? No, wait! That was the only caller we had.
The veins on your nose is glowing again. Wow! You got big purple veins on your nose and on your face, and around those oozing pimples you call eye. If you go look in the mirror, you'll see a road map of Ypsilanti. You got your hippies on, way too tight.
My nose glows when something stings. Almost every day I think. And my veins, they start to tickle. My adenoid, doys. Yeah, I look like a bull in a bag. That's because I'm a crazy old fine. With a nose that's filled with twinkle veins. It's something like that you want to see. A science channel discovery. My nose has a bleeding twinkle vein. Try to sing it.
10:07 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday. It's a big day. It's a momentous day. National Prayer Service going on right now. El Presidente and Laura Bush attending. And, of course, believe you me, we all need prayer. Or is it the other way around? We haven't got a prayer.
Right.
With this fascist in there again. You know, I'm going to tell you, I had to assiduously try to avoid all day yesterday, all afternoon, all evening, any of the trappings of this. And, boy, you talk about a coronation. Even Dan Rather was like waxing, trying to make up for lost time, I guess.
Well, it's important we do things like this in these
Just
times.
oozing with effusive praise and all
Makes
the
us all
wonderful
feel
things
good.
about this tremendous ceremony. How could you not be choked up and ba-da-ba-da-ba and all this other garbage as they kept the protesters, of course, at a very safe distance.
I was choked up.
Yeah, I'm choking right now, as a matter of fact.
For the pomp and circumstance, it gets down.
Yeah, pomp and circumstance. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Fit for royalty. That's what they want. They don't want the presidency. They want the crown. They want to be king and queen. Maybe Jeff Garcia for queen.
Yay.
Anyway, it's 8 minutes after 10. We got about 3 hours. Then 1 to 2, we got that ratings hour, man. The fall rating book comes out. Oh, man. Everybody in the business will be glued to their radio. We ought to do pretty good, I would think, huh? Because actually, the shows that had really a horrendous, a bad September. That was the hurricane month when there were like 7 diaries, and all 6 people from IOD got the diaries, IOD listeners. They're going to be dropping off that big month, the Lard-Ass Limbaugh and Tom Schnittmeister, whatever that deal is. They're going to be losing a huge month because this is October, November, December, the fall rating period for all you ratings novices out there. Wouldn't you think that most of our audience have some expertise in this by now?
They're experts.
Yeah.
Tease.
Why are those phones ringing frantically now? I'm not even. Let's see. Oh, here's next week's schedule. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise, it's got Mad Dog 2 to 4, Mo Howard, David, adenoidoids 4 to 7, and Gildy 7 to 10 couple of nights, and then we got Curtis Stevenson tonight 7 to 10. Curtis does a good job. He's much better on the air than that one spot he does where he sounds like Lenny Martez. You know the spot he does for that strip club or whatever?
Goldfingers? Right.
Oh man, that's Curtis. Just
loosen
tone it down a little bit. Sounds a little bit too effusive there. Where did that word come from?
I don't know.
Ever notice how certain words like puerile?
Yeah.
I'm still embarrassed about that. Why do I use words that I can't pronounce? I know what they mean.
Right.
But why would you, if you're on the radio, why would you use a word that you have no idea how to pronounce? I mean, if I'm reading one of these articles, one of these bedtime stories, and has a word in there, nothing I can do about it. But I like to introduce that word myself because I think puerile, however you say it, It's like a step beyond childish, beyond juvenile. It's
Right.
more like our management at QAM. Line 9 is always a good show starter. QAM, hello.
Hi, I just wanted to tell you, Neil, that this is a lady caller that listens to you every day.
Wow.
And, yeah, and on your recommendation, I went and I rented Requiem for a Dream, even though it's definitely not my normal type of movie.
Right.
But it was very good, very powerful, yet depressing, but very, very good.
Right.
So I just wanted to tell you
I wonder
that.
how Sarah's doing.
Yeah. So have a great day, Neil. And I like George. He does a great job when you're gone.
And don't forget, make a sandwich for Jared Leto. He can use one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have a great
weekend.
day. Bye.
Bye-bye. Start off with a lady. That's shocking. That really is. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
If you haven't seen
Line
Requiem
9.
for a Dream, you're really missing
Right.
out.
Do it.
I don't care what Miguel or anybody else says. It is depressing. She's right about that. Very morbid and depressing. But
in
then
a
when
good
you live
way.
in South Florida, you can relate to it. Plus, you can relate to all those old farts. All those pathetic old farts there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's have something a little more upbeat from the same movie. Come on. Why do I keep doing that?
I like it.
You ought to see what I'm doing. You wouldn't believe it.
I'm
Oh,
scared.
no, I keep trying to delete that and stop
All right.
it, and I'm like, doing something else. There you go. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if Jared. Well, I'm sure he's not Jewish, but in that movie that I was talking about, what the hell was the name of that again? Last of the High Kings, that Irish movie where he's running around naked. You could almost find out if he was Jewish in that movie, in that one scene anyway. Okay, our poll from yesterday. We'll do that after the break. We got to get the break in, and we're just going to fake our way up till 1 o'clock because when it's ratings day, we don't want to give you the A material, right?
Right.
Just fake our way through.
Stalin.
Can't believe that Hank is picking the two Pennsylvania teams. There's going to be a foot of snow, by the way, in Philadelphia on Sunday. I don't know about Pittsburgh, but I would imagine they have quite a bit too. Patriots can handle that. In fact, the two snow games I can think of, they both won. They won both of those. The two big snow games. They always play great in the snow, the Patriots. And of course the Steelers are used to it too. But that game in Philadelphia, a foot of snow on the ground and also in the stands, they're saying. I don't know how that's going to work out. You're going to have to bring your own broom to like sweep out an area in front of your seat and wipe off your seat. You know what I mean?
All right.
What do you mean?
It's going to be a mess. But that's great. Those are the kind of classic games. You love that. It's like an off-track. We don't have much of that anymore because the new surfaces are like so artsy-fartsy and so on. Back in the slop, man, that's when I loved horse racing. When a track is like knee up to the horse's knees in mud and muck, and they're splashing, sloshing their way through the stretch. 10:13. See, I've got this gambling thing. You started me with the ice cream yesterday. Now Hank's got me going with a gambling thing. I got, speaking of addictions in that poll yesterday, bad influences here. Bad influences. Going to plunge my guts out. Just to spite, what's her name? Katie Sorensen.
We'll have a big bowl of ice cream while you're playing the slot.
I did that yesterday. Nestle's turtle with the little chunks. It's the new one with little chunks of turtle ice cream. It only comes in half gallons. Actually, it's 2 liters, so it's a little more than a half a gallon. So what I did is I put it in the microwave 66 seconds, softened it up to a great consistency, and just sat there watching TV, other than the president, of course. And then when I was just disgusted with how much I ate, I ran it under the hot water faucet and threw the rest out. Did you ever do that?
No.
See, that's because you're not addicted to sugar and crap like that. Oh, yeah,
Right.
you got to do that once in a while.
No.
When you go out and you buy something that you can't eat all of it, or you shouldn't eat all of it, you really shouldn't eat any of it, but you just run to the sink and you like run the hot water over it and just make it inedible, and then you toss it out. Because if I would like put the rest in the freezer, I would have eaten it last night. My blood sugar would be like 600 right now if I'd have done that. I would have been unable to continue. 10:14 at 560 WQAM.
Neil? God? Hey, Pharrell. By the way, son, I've been giving it some thought, see? What do you think it is? I knows that me and you can do much better going 6 to 10 and not at 5, a Gentile and a cranky Jew. I think we might be happy together.
I think you really gone out of your mind. You gotta have your wee-wee bag strapped on too tight. No chance I'll do a show with you. I'd rather die with the crappy together.
Why, I'll have you know that I'm a big fucking Jew from Brooklyn Heights. I've been rated by everybody but you. You're not my type.
Me and Mo, that would blow. No way that if we had a fight that you'd survive. Who'd wanna hear a genitile? and pushing tight that scrappy together.
Toy, 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 a show with you and me, for me, is much better 6 than 10, not 5. It's only right that I should get more sleep at night. I think we might be happy together. Happy together.
What do Davy
Rumor that I'm hearing is that Gary Sarner converted Geldy and is Orthodox, and that's why he won't work on Friday night. He can't work on Shabbos after sundown.
I see.
So that's why I have to Curtis on tonight. Isn't that what you're hearing?
Yeah, I just heard that.
And by the way, Geldy, quit eating them cheeseburgers, okay? Especially those bacon cheeseburgers. Gary better tell you what's trafe. I heard a rumor that Gary Sarner had a bacon cheeseburger at Wendy's. Could be just a nasty rumor. 10:19 at 560 WQAM. I am full of vinegar and whatever goes with it today. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oil?
I got that big. You know, it's the same thing as the Colts game. Nobody wants to give the Patriots any. They only won 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. You know, they've lost 3 games in about 75,000 games. But oh no, yeah, okay, whatever you guys say. Anyway, here's the poll from yesterday. Other than sex, what do you consider your number 1 addiction? And isn't it interesting that the one category we had on there that was sex-related was pornography? And guess what won?
Pornography.
How about that? 188 said they're addicted to porno. Now, that's part of the American guilt trip. Just because you enjoy pornography doesn't mean you're addicted to it, but nevertheless, 188. Alcohol, 180. Oh, yeah, I knew somebody that couldn't buy any, that had to, sell his teeth because he was an alcoholic and he was down and out on his luck. That Katie Sorensen, man, what a silly-ass bitch. Hank's got the number on that. Yeah, they really try. I got the story here. They tried to, put a pay raise for themselves on the same ballot, so they wanted to move the date back. And the industry people that they were negotiating with said, Oh, okay. Marijuana 175, cigarettes 161, junk food 126. Here's mine, sugar 124. Right on the heels of junk food. Oh boy, went out and got that Nestle turtle yesterday. It's all your fault. It was the furthest thing from my mind was ice cream.
Well, sure, I'm hungry today.
Until you start talking about. I'm not. I'm fasting. Today I'm going to do like Geldy and Gary Sarner. I'm doing Yom Kippur today. Make up for missing the real one.
You're fasting. We're feasting.
Okay, have a good time. Why, you got food in there?
No, we're mulling over where to get it from, as a matter of fact.
Sugar 124, television 101. They're addicted to the tube. Look what's on the tube right now. From the National Cathedral, they're praying for us, and believe me, with this lunkhead in there, it is not Mary Band of Nazis. We need all the prayers we can get. Pray to...
Neil, God!
Oh, brother, get out of here with that crap. Television 101, the Internet 97, addicted to Neil Rogers, 89.
Neil, God!
Thank God for them. I don't have any addictions, 76 liars. You're full of crap. I don't believe any of you. Sports 69, caffeine 63, computer/video games 59, strip clubs 29, including that Goldfingers that Curtis says that great spot for. Gambling 24, complaining 22. Well, that's a South Florida hobby, man. That's part of the territory.
Right. When they make it an Olympic event, we'll field the team.
Yeah.
I got to pay for that? I want it free.
22 complaining, fitness 19, cocaine 19. I don't think they go hand in hand, do they? Cigars, cigar, just forget about it. Well, Jared Leto looked pretty fit and tight there in Requiem, didn't he? He always looks fit to me. Boy, he was so good in that other movie. He's just a fine man. Cigars 18, The Godfather 15. We got, let's play all the themes. What do you say?
Do it.
Wouldn't that be great?
I'll get
That'll
that
take us right up until rating time. Yeah. Heroin 14. Religion 5, and chat rooms 3. 3 of our audience are out there chatting at it. Now, most of our audience is too old to be in chat rooms, except for Miss Kamal. And if you don't like that, then there's always... Last but not least.
No, ain't last.
So that's our poll result yesterday. 15 people are addicted to The Godfather. I would say that I'm pretty close. Because when that thing comes on there... Oh, is that it? Is that the one where he's singing?
Andean Pipes. No, this is a new one we got by email.
Really?
Yeah. Bamboo
What's
Pipes,
that
baby.
Luis Miguel one I got? It's not Luis Miguel.
It's
What's that one
Il
called?
Padrino.
Oh, yeah, it's not him, though.
It'd be Il. In.
It's some greaseball, some Guido. Just a little taste for those 15 people addicted to The Godfather. That ain't no Luis Miguel. I'll guarantee you that. You know who that sounds a little bit like? Sounds like Anthony. Remember when Anthony sang to his father?
Yeah.
In Godfather 3?
Forget it.
Oh, boy, you just are such a hard-ass about Godfather 3.
Right.
I still insist, I'm a hard-ass myself on it, that the story of the Vatican banking scandal and the corrupt priest and the poisoning of the priest, that's a fairly interesting story that no other movie dared to deal with. Even Mel Gibson didn't touch that one.
It was brave and compelling. I wish they'd have put it in a good movie.
I see. Okay, let's see. We got Carmela DeCesar on there again today. I haven't even looked at the picture today because we've been so busy with crap. So busy trying to get the board ops in there to open up my pot at 9:58. Well, why is that such a difficult thing? I'm sitting here, I'm talking to Hank, and he's like,
It's not a difficult thing.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I saved the best for Friday for the
Holy
weekend.
cowgirl Carmelo. If you like the first four, wait till you see this one.
Right.
And then Monday we'll have, like all next week, the Beat It Curtain will feature the top 5 in that vote we took the other day.
This one's
including
wallpaper
her.
worthy.
We'll go back to the original one with her, unless you got one that's even... this one is just phenomenal. Boy, I'm sure glad I discovered her. Man,
bring her in
great.
sometime. Since you're so
huh?
close. Bring her into the studio sometime since you're chums.
Oh, man, she makes Jessica Simpson look like a water Nazi.
Please.
Yeah. She is really something. This is by far and away the best picture of Carmela. So if you like the first four, or if you're like fairly aroused by those, watch out. When you get to your computer, bring a towel. Okay, here's our poll today. What historical event do you least believe could have happened? You know what I voted for?
The re-election.
Absolutely. I still don't believe it. I know it happened. I see that headline in the London Daily Mirror.
You're in denial.
How can 60 million people be so stupid? But I just can't believe it. I mean, everything that he did was wrong. A lie, a disaster, the quagmire.
Evil.
I mean, just...
Don't forget evil.
And then make a joke about, where are those weapons? Are they over here? No weapons over here. You know, a joke out of it. All these people are dying over there. Americans and Iraqis and Brits and everybody else. And it's like, big joke. You know? And then this whole Social Security thing, even the Republicans, this hasn't got a Chinaman's chance in hell. That he wants to divert all of your Social Security, all you young punks out there, your Social Security investments to his billionaire and millionaire friends in Wall Street. Yeah, put it in the stock market. How about bring it to the track would be a better chance. At least you have a good time there. God, what a lunatic. And they reelected him. It's just amazing to me. Shocking. A great revelation about America and a really great reason not to be there most of the time, thank the Lord. Re-election, well, here's what we got so far. We got some votes because I switched that poll when you're least expecting it. And of course, you can put a whole bunch of other things on there during the day. That'll be a little something for you to chew on. They always need a little something to chew on. What historical event do you least believe could have happened? And look at that. Re-election George W. Bush is leading with 14. How do you like that?
Oh, my God.
That's what I say. The resurrection of Jesus, 7. Oh, the religionists aren't going to like that. They're not going to like that. The Jesus Christers are going to be really P.O. The resurrection of Jesus, 7. Mike Piazza gets married, 6. Yeah, I have a tough time with that one, too. Wait till Jeff Garcia gets married to Carmela DeCesar. Then you're really going to be. Well,
right.
she'll be safe.
Right.
9/11, 6. Man Walks on the Moon, 3. Assassinations of the 60s, 1. I put them all together in a day. RFK and JFK and MLK. And last and so far least, with no votes, the Vietnam War out of the first 51 votes. Just a smattering on it. Okay, 10:28. We'll get to the heavy-duty stuff. We'll take about 40 million calls. We'll talk about poor Bill Cosby. They won't stop picking on poor Bill Cosby, man. See, this is getting even with him for those awful Jell-O spots. Not to mention that awful show with the Huxtables. I mean, that was bad enough. But those awful Jell-O spots. Payback's a bitch, Billy.
Get your fix with Neil Rogers. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Peter Parkelstein was just an ordinary yeshiva student until that fateful day.
Ouch! What's this? Some kind of radioactive spider? What am I over here, Little Miss Moffat?
Indeed, it was no ordinary spider. And he is no ordinary superhero. He is Spider-Man!
You want I should shoot spider webs out of my wrists? Hey, for 114 million opening weekend, I'd shoot gefilte fish out of my tuchus.
Spider-Man. Villains fear him. Women desire him.
Hi, Spider-Man. I love your suit.
Well, thank you. I got it wholesale with 2 free pairs of tights. I know a guy.
Spider-Man, instilling guilt in the hearts of evildoers.
Go ahead, take over the world. I'm sure you're making your poor mother very proud.
Spider-Man, now showing in theaters everywhere.
Aye, would it kill you to go see it one time even?
10:31 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday to you.
Thank you.
I bet you we get what?
Did you know that Michael Powell was stepping down?
Will you stop? Didn't I tell you about that before the show?
I'm making a point. I've gotten 8 faxes, multi-page faxes, and there's
we know Michael Powell. It's his last day today as the chairman of the FCC. It's not going to make a damn bit of difference. And the Wall Street Journal's got an article here that would make you puke your guts out because the Wall Street Journal is so right-wing and sucks up to him like crazy. I'll get to it. We don't miss a thing on this show, okay? Just relax. We even know where that guy is who has got his teeth fizzling in a glass. Katie Sorensen's long-lost uncle, whatever the hell his name is. Red Solomon. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Okay, so far.
Yesterday, I was listening to Mo for a few minutes by accident.
Yeah.
And I heard some caller called up and kind of in a roundabout way started slowly, but that just ended up ripping Mo and asking him why he's just so bad, and he went into details. And Mo just listened to him, took it, came up with some stupid answers that made him look even more stupid.
Yeah, he's always got a great comeback. Not
exactly. But I couldn't. It must have been for at least 10 minutes. The guy just ripped him up. He left him on the line.
Probably was his only call, like that bit I played.
Yeah, I think he was just happy that the guy kept talking.
Yeah, that's going to be our New Year's resolution, even though it's the 21st of January, is to rip him an ass as long as we have to have him on this year.
That's a good
one.
one.
Have a great day, Pally.
Thank you. You too.
Rip Mo. That's what I say, don't you?
Mo.
Yeah, Rip Mo in 2005. WQAM, hello.
Had a great time.
QAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yep.
I got an offer for George and for Josh. They're down here. They want some free lunch to put me on hold. I'll hook them up with some free lunch today.
From where?
From the Tijuana Taxi Company in Davie, a new Mexican restaurant just opened a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Chimichanga.
Okay, sounds good. Hang on, Pally. Hang on.
All right.
There you go. There's your lunch. See, we don't mess around on this show. When it comes to free food, we're the experts. We have the expertise, baby. I've been sucking free food up for years in this town, and that's why. And it's a good thing I'm not there. Although that ice cream you did to me yesterday, it was just, I'm paying a wicked price for it right now. Sure. My blood sugar, when I use that little machine, have you heard me taking my blood sugar this morning on the machine?
No.
Because it just says tilt when, it does that little thing for about 5 seconds. Then instead of a number coming up, it just says tilt. Not a good sign. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
What about a poll on great movie lines, one-liners? For example, you ate the oni, Space with the Fishes, I'll be back, something like that?
I think we've done that.
We've done that.
One-liners? Neil, one more thing. Best place for a vacation, your suggestion, Toronto, Montreal, or San Francisco?
When are you going?
August.
Montreal.
Montreal?
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
The food is great, man. You'll love it.
All right. Thanks, Neil.
So we had enough pain in the ass Americans here already in Toronto. We don't want you. No, Montreal is a really fabulous city. You'd like it a lot. Very bohemian kind of, you know?
Cold?
What?
I said cold.
Oh, I thought you said cold. No, not at all. In fact, that'd be about the only time to go. Because right now it's minus 35 Celsius is the temperature there. It's a toasty minus 24 Celsius in Toronto. So we're like 11 degrees, I won't say warmer, but less, it's brutal. It is just absolutely brutal. I don't know how I'm going to make those 5 steps from the door to the cab this afternoon. 5670560, pound 560 from the Verizon and Singular wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
How about QAM get their act together for your poll?
What historical event? Yeah, oh, I see. Well, that didn't happen yet, but that's a good one.
All right, have a good one.
And I'll believe it when I see it. Thanks a lot, Pally. QAM gets its act together. What historical event you least believe could have happened? Well, yeah, because it still hasn't happened, but what?
Huh?
Now, what is crowd running the place? No chance. On a scale of 0, I'll give it like minus infinity, if you pardon that expression. Cosby cancels Broward Center shows in wake of sex allegations. Poor Bill Cosby, you know. He starts ripping into those Schwarzers there, and right away they're all over his ass. You think it's that, or you think it's because of the fact they just don't like those yellow spots? There's always got to be a reason. You know, like Scott Ritter, remember the weapons inspector?
Right.
Everything to discredit him, and then Joseph Wilson, they outed his wife because they didn't like what he said about that phony yellow cake crap. And now Bill Cosby, he's next to you. And Dan Rather, same thing.
I think the reason is he grabbed a handful of ass.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Well, what's wrong with a handful? Oh, and then Jesse Jackson was on there the other day. Did you talk about a guy squirming, talking about, they got to the thing about moral values and all that? Oh, brother. Wow. How's that love child doing, Jesse? Yeah, somebody was asking him about Bill Cosby's, he was on there with some, the point-counterpoint thing. And he's trying to go in about some spin on moral values and morality and this and that. And he's got this freaking love child. How the hell is he going to be talking about that, huh? Mm-hmm. So he tried to, spin it off into some other direction, which is why he got that bitch pregnant in the first place. He would spin it in her direction. Anyway, comedian Bill Cosby has postponed shows in 3 cities, including Fort Lauderdale, through the weekend, citing personal reasons. Oh, what could those be? The announcement follows revelations that a female acquaintance of Cosby has made an allegation against him that has prompted a police investigation in Pennsylvania, the entertainer's attorney in L.A. said yesterday. Attorney Walter Phillips said he spoke with authorities in Pennsylvania who told him they have begun an investigation. He wouldn't discuss the specifics of the allegation, which he called utterly preposterous, but it has something to do with the old butt, but it says it amounts to, at the most, inappropriate touching.
Rectum.
Right. Little ass. What's wrong with grabbing a little ass, huh?
Or a big ass.
Nah, nobody wants to grab. Well, no, I take that back. All you Latinos want to grab a big ass. I forgot about that.
It's Latins as long as we're speaking English.
Like J-Lo. Want to grab that big, fat, disgusting, pimply ass.
No, not hers.
No charges have been brought against Cosby. Phillips said the accuser, who lives in Canada, knows Cosby and the alleged incident in question happened about a year ago. I thought nobody would tell. Police in Cheltenham Township, Pennsylvania, a Philadelphia suburb where Cosby has a home, declined to comment. I know the person making the accusation hasn't been contacted by the authorities, Phillips said in a telephone interview with the AP from his office in Philadelphia. We're hopeful and optimistic that no charges will be brought forward. Dave Selby, a spokesman with the Durham Regional Police in Durham, Ontario, I have no idea where that is, said police had passed on allegations from a woman there to authorities in Pennsylvania but declined to confirm whether they involved Cosby. The anonymous woman has alleged Cosby invited her back to his home after meeting her at a Pennsylvania restaurant and gave her pills that made her dizzy after she complained of stress and tension. Uh-oh. Sounds like what they did to poor Reva's sister there. What the hell's her name? On Guiding Light. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If the soap operas have to get canceled, thank God for Global having Passions yesterday. Man, because of that damn inauguration, what kind of a communist bunch of crap is that? And the networks, they're just with that effusive praise, just sucking and so, please don't take our license away. Please don't make us fire any more news anchors. Please don't do this and don't do that. Yeah. Man, oh man, that was a coronation yesterday. The most disgusting $40 million down the toilet.
50.
Whatever. Well, plus on top of the $75 million they wasted on Penisgate there, and we can't say that. That's a news thing, okay? Plus it's a elongated word. It's long. The anonymous woman, that's right, she gave it a pill. She alleges. She admits her memory about what happened next on the night in last January is fuzzy, but she alleges that Cosby touched her breast and placed her hand on his genitals. See, this isn't just a little grabbing a little ass, Mr. Hotshot. Placed her hand on his genitals. And a complaint made to Toronto police. See, it must be like around here. Mm-hmm. What is the town again? Durham. Oh, yeah, it must be like around here. I bet you they play hockey there. That's all they do here, which was passed to Philadelphia authorities to investigate. The woman also claims she woke around 4 a.m. the following morning with her clothing in disarray and her bra undone. Oh, no. Oh, maybe she just was tossing and turning all night, like Bobby Lewis said. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
No.
You remember that song, Tossing and Turning? You remember that song?
I do.
Don't play stupid, man. Cosby's, just because you ate at Denny's one day and you got all bent out of shape. George hasn't recovered from that great breakfast at Denny's.
Bent over out of shape.
Oh, my. Well, maybe that's what she was. Maybe he didn't place her hand anywhere. Maybe she was like staggering around a little bit.
I think she was drunk and forgot what she did.
Cosby's accuser states she didn't report the incident immediately because she was concerned it might affect her standing at Temple University in Philadelphia where she worked. She works in Temple, so it's a Jewish thing, I think. Cosby's not been charged in the case yet. The funny man postponed a town hall meeting in Cleveland Thursday. Has postponed 3 upcoming shows, 2 in Fort Lauderdale, 1 in Daytona. His publicist David Brokaw said. Brokaw wouldn't say whether the postponements have anything to do with the allegation, but you can only, just put 6 and 8 together. Performances scheduled at 4 and 7 p.m. at the Broward Center in Fort Lauderdale will be rescheduled for an as-yet undetermined date, according to a statement from the theater. Tickets for Sunday's Fort Lauderdale performances may be held in exchange later or returned to the place of purchase for refunds.
Rectum.
Yeah, according to the Broward Center now. So, Bill, first of all, why would you want to go see Bill Cosby anyway? Is he funny?
No.
Is he, interesting?
No.
I mean, why would you want to pay to go see him in the first place? Will you go see him?
Me?
Man, you'd have to give me $50,000 a minute to go see Bill Cosby.
He was funny when I was a little kid.
I'd stay for like 2-3 minutes.
Listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Secretly, wiggle little in the wick of Reverend J.
You gonna give me something to eat?
Apparently Jesse liked to play.
You just gonna give it and not feed me?
He's a bigger hound than Richard Bay.
I'm a woman. I got meat.
Now all the papers say
It's all public now.
Jesse's got a love child, yeah.
You put the baby in me, Jesse.
Will divorce papers be filed, yeah.
And you pay.
Likes it spicy, not mild, yeah. He's in trouble, it would seem, yeah.
What trouble now, Jesse?
A big part of Clinton's team, yeah.
You gonna buy me a necklace or something?
This was not MLK's dream.
Damn, I'm hungry, Jesse.
Hanging round the Oval Office with his hoochie girl.
For two now, ready?
Expensive suit and brand new Jerry curl.
Baby, you get a little bit fat.
In the limo he gave her a whirl.
You be touching me without me.
It makes you wanna hurl. Jesse's got a love child, yeah.
Got to buy the baby some shoes.
Will divorce papers be filed, yeah.
You be walking around in them raggy shoes.
He likes it spicy, not mild, yeah.
I'm gonna need some more money.
He's in trouble, it would seem.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Give me some of that Reverend money.
A big part of Clinton's team.
Come on, Nick.
Yeah.
Give me a little something.
Leading with his balance beam. Yeah.
More like a toothpick.
This was not MLK's dream.
Yeah, give her some of that Reverend money, Jesse. Get with it. Is it my imagination, or did that skip around a little bit at the beginning of that
Right at the
thing?
beginning, man. One skip.
Well, where the hell am I going to find that disc? I'm not going to redub that. I mean, I have
Don't
to go
worry
back
about
to. I'm not going to worry about it. Nobody will ever know the
I'll
difference
be
if I
honest.
can just keep my mouth shut. That was probably back in the day when my CD decks were starting to be ill a little bit. 10:47 at 560 WQAM, about 2 hours and 13 minutes away from those fall ratings coming out. Now, Stern just did us gave us a parting gift, as they used to say in the quiz shows. Parting gift.
Did you say parting?
A parting gift. And we had good morning, and we should be, I would think,
rock solid.
And the afternoon should be just fine as wine. We might have some bonus money coming our way.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the poll, and I don't see anything about QM getting its act together on the poll, but Josh is probably real busy handicapping the football games this weekend. QM gets its act together. That's the only one we've had called in.
Right.
Do you see it on there?
Not yet.
Oh. What historical event do you least believe could have happened? Now, it may not qualify, because these are ones that at least alleged happened. I don't know anybody would say that, but for fun, QM gets its act together. Re-election of George W. Bush, 64, winning hands down your pants. I mean, no contest. Nobody, we're just speechless that there could be that many morons, that many people who are masochists and love misery and suffering. Resurrection of Jesus, speaking of that, 37. 9/11, 18. Mike Piazza gets married, 11. It's happening this month in Miami. Man walks on the moon, 6. Assassinations of the 60s, 2. And the Vietnam War has got the big.
Oh!
So that's what we got so far. I bet you that QM gets its act together is going to be on there pretty soon, don't you think?
Oh, it's on there.
Oh, it doesn't have any votes yet. Now, what's your picks?
Pornography?
What's your pornography for this weekend for the two games?
I'm not betting against
Philadelphia.
New England.
What?
I'm not betting against New England, and I think the Falcons can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're like opposite Hank. Hank picked the two Pennsylvania teams, Philly and the Steelers, and we're picking the Falcons. Of course, it all depends. If they got a foot of snow in there, Michael Vick may not be able to do his razzle-dazzle, whatever he's doing, you know?
Well, that just means he's going to run it more.
Yeah, that's true. Look out for Michael Vick, because he's pretty quick, and I think he's going to stick it to the Eagles. The Eagles are really weak, man. Without T.O. I always thought when people said T.O., they were talking about Toronto, but I come to find out it's the other guy, who ain't going to be playing. He's so busy making more spots with Nicolette Sheridan and pissing off the right wingers. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
The outcome actual outcome I still can't believe was O.J. being acquitted.
Oh, yeah, that definitely needs to be on there.
Yeah.
That was my bad. I think that was on the original poll that Sean faxed me. Yeah, O.J. being acquitted.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks a lot, Pally. Yeah, how come I left that off of there?
We forgot.
Or maybe, no, that wasn't his poll. Somebody else faxed me that poll idea, I think. Or no, that was my poll. Where did that come from, George?
I don't know.
Because I wrote it down yesterday. Somebody, I think, faxed that in. O.J. gets acquitted. Oh, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That
surreal.
Surreal as I remember we were on the air when the verdict came in. Remember at IOD?
We were shocked.
And all I could say was,
oh, man.
Yeah, over and over.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Through that. How's Sydney doing, by the way? She get her act together?
Hey, guess what?
What?
Michael Powell's going to resign.
Oh, no. Not the chairman of the FCNC. Anyway, before we get to that, which we got that story, well, we'll take a couple more calls because they're frantic. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, how about putting the Holocaust on there so it's area hate monger so something to vote for?
So the Brits have something to vote for? Is that what he said? Harry and what?
Right, the Harry and the hate mongers.
Oh. Okay, the Holocaust. No, it does belong on there.
Sure.
WQAM, hello. Oh, man, Bolger's lost it. That was Pete Bolger, believe me. I worked with him long enough. I know that voice. You lost it, Petey. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Well, that's because he knows the numbers are coming out. Yes, sir.
Got one for the poll.
Okay.
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark is an excellent choice.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Have a great day. Okay. I still say, man, whoever had that cleanup concession on the Ark, I hope he had a big shovel. That's all I can tell you. They had the elephantes and the donkeys and the tigers and the lions and the brontosauruses and all the other saurus. Can you even begin to imagine?
Right.
The stench.
Big shovel.
Wow. Vote okay for slot machines in Dade. Let's hear it.
All right.
I mean, you would think, talk about what a backwater state Florida is. You'd think that we were inventing the wheel or something and such a big simus about this, you know? The Indians have been running that scam with their phony slot machines for a long time now, and now that the real things are coming in, oh my God, like the world's got to come to an end. I'm going to tell you one more time, if casinos would have been in Florida what was the first election? Back in the 70s, I believe. For these last almost 30 years.
About 30, man.
My God, the economy would be booming. There'd be jobs. There'd be like floating and rolling in money. The education system would have money up the old yin-yang, but oh no, the Bible says and all this other crap. Even though we got dog racing and horse racing and harness racing and high-lie and you name it, poker, whatever, you like your poker. But it's just madness when you're trying to deal with such a bunch of backwater people. It's like the crowd from Tuag have been running the whole state, including your fat-ass governor there, the Jebster, who was there yesterday taking pictures with his little brownie camera. On his little disposable brownie camera. Probably bought it at Eckerd's. He's the kind of guy that would look for an Eckerd's that's still in business and go and shop there, you know. Him and Jack Eckerd had a lot in common. Fat-ass Jeb Bush. Liar. He's a frickin' liar. Anyway, after hours of discussion that nearly killed an agreement with the gambling industry, Miami-Dade commissioners set a March 8th referendum on slot machines at pari-mutuels. Oh! Says the Herald, so it might be true. Dade voters will have a chance on March 8th to decide whether to allow Las Vegas-style slot machines at the horse track, dog track, and highlight fronton under a deal with the gambling industry approved yesterday by county commissioners. But the deal, which commissioners extolled for potentially providing money from gambling proceeds for education, almost veered off the track. That's not the racetrack, but the whatever that track is, because commissioners also wanted to put a pay raise for themselves on the ballot. You talk about a lot of gall, man. Huh? Is that the epitome of chutzpah?
Boy, does he have a lot of chutzpah.
All of them. The whole bunch of them. The conflict created by the last-minute proposal turned the meeting into nearly 5 hours of confusion, backroom negotiating, and threats. In the end, commissioners met the gambling industry's demands. They agreed to hold a special election asking voters to approve slots at pari-mutuel facilities March 8th, same day as Broward, and they backed away from a salary referendum which would have moved the date of the vote and harmed the gambling industry's marketing plans. They called our bluff and we folded, said Commissioner Dennis Moss, who had proposed placing the commissioners' raises before the voters in March. Yeah, raise this, you idiot. We'll give you a raise right in your rectum. Moss joked that commissioners were poor gamblers. We need to stay away from the pari-mutuels, he said. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Voters can expect a barrage of advertising in both Dade and Broward, which holds a slots referendum on the same date. The pari-mutuel industry spent $16.7 million on a statewide initiative in November that put the slot machine plan in motion. It put the motion in the lotion and is expected to mount a major campaign in coming weeks. Opponents, an unlikely collection of anti-gambling activists, Indian casino owners who are just a bunch of pigs that want the whole thing for themselves, and gambling boat operators who want to slip you the Mickey, who also want the whole thing for themselves, also spent large sums before the November election expected to oppose this one as well. I want you to stop thinking about the logic there, okay? If you play a slot machine on a cruise ship, then it's okay. The world will not come to an end because Mickey will get your money. There will be not a dime of tax money go to anybody. Right. Not one penny will benefit anybody except go into his pocket, okay? Or the other cruise ship people. Same with the Indian casino. They put all those shameful ads on before the November election about, the family tourist image of South Florida is going to go to hell in a handbasket, even though they're running their own version of slots with that bingo crap on top, and they're going to get to put these in anyway. But they don't want, a nice chunk of the pie. They want the whole pie. It's like it's Thanksgiving time and somebody puts a nice punky pie on the table and some chazer comes along and he doesn't want a piece of the pie. He doesn't want to slice it up. He just grabs the whole pie and shoves his face in it. Man, that is disgusting. Anyway, Executive Director of No Casinos, Paul Ciego, which raised $300,000 before the November election, all but concedes that slot machines are on the way to South Florida's tracks and frontons. It'll pass overwhelmingly in both counties, and you know it, just like it did in November. Ciego called slot machines the crack cocaine of gambling. Because of their addicting qualities, he tried to persuade commissioners to delay the vote. Try to postpone the inevitable. That's what you're trying to do, Paul. Just postpone the inevitable. It's coming, man. Whether you like it or not. Like the end of the world, it's coming. And, of course, slot machines, that'll probably be the end of the world as we knew it. Ciego was one of the few voices in opposition. Hundreds of pari-mutuel employees and other interested parties were bussed in, turning the commission chambers into a sea of green vote for slots T-shirts. Commissioners voted 11-1 to put it on the ballot. Only Commissioner Katie Sorensen was opposed, and P.P. Diaz was in Washington. You know old P.P.?
No.
Commissioners who supported the measure cited several reasons. Gambling, I don't want to go through the whole thing. We already know that. The money is intended to offset the negative effects of gambling, which include increased development, traffic, crime, congestion, potentially social service demands, talking about $4 million that covers the cost of whatever, the election, and et cetera. This article makes no sense. The discussions began yesterday in a relatively lighthearted manner, even as Commission Chairman Joe Martinez squeezed some last-minute promises from the gambling industry that the 3 pari-mutuel facilities help house pets during hurricane evacuations and that they donate additional money to children's health care needs. But as the debate over the referendum became entangled with the Commission's salary issue, Ron Book, who represents the pari-mutuels, began huddling with his clients in side rooms and stairwells. Voters have repeatedly declined to raise Commission salaries, which have remained at $6,000 a year since 1957. But Moss wanted to give it another try. Never say never, Suck some money out of the public.
Boy, does he have a lot of chutzpah.
Yeah, we just said that. And he had support from several commissioners, but enthusiasm waned as commissioners realized the rules would require 60 days' notice to put the raise on the ballot, pushing the election back 2 weeks. A new election date would hurt the industry's plans to run a single campaign for Dade and Broward. Book took commissioners to the brink, threatening to pull out of the multi-million-dollar deal if commissioners moved it. Sounds like me and Joyce with my negotiation, We got the checks in the FedEx envelope, Joyce. We're going to send it back to Naples. Oh, please, don't send those checks. Please, can't we get this deal done? Please, What a bunch of phony baloney. That's what Mad Dog should have done to them. I don't know why he's turned into such a wuss, I mean, he's under a lot of duress right now. We don't want to give him any crap, but he should have just, right from the beginning, right from the get-go, put his foot down and said, okay, Joyce, here's the way it is. It's either my way or the highway for you right across the street, bitch. I think he's leaving, by the way. Oh, brother, talk about a year of a lame duck.
You're listening to Neil Rogers, exclusively on 560 QAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
Hello, this is Michael Powell, son of Colin Powell, who helped ascend me to this lofty position through certain political favors. I'd like to take this moment to talk about the filth that we hear on the radio airwaves, and someday I might even turn the radio on to hear it myself. So I announce from this moment on, all radio broadcasters other than Clear Channel Corporation not adhering to the dictums handed down by the holy ones of the Saudi Bush royalty, lords and givers of life, Father and Son, amen, will be stripped naked and medically sewn together by Dr. Laura Mengele to a Jewish child. I urge you to stop this center filth. This message paid for by I Don't Wear Republicans and the Nazi Bowel Movement.
It's 11:01. Now, that was a raspberry, by the way, for Michael Powell. Don't get nervous, right?
We dumped it.
You dumped it?
Well, Josh did, and I concur.
That sounded like a raspberry to me.
Okay. I'll let it go. Whatever it was a raspberry.
I'll just chop it off. I'll redo it. Chop it off. So there's a bit about Michael Powell. We had to dump that. How do you like that? That proves my point. Wow. You talk about a self-fulfilling freaking prophecy, man. We had to dump it because at the last end it sounded just like a raspberry. Maybe it was a strawberry. Maybe it was a poisonberry. You think?
It was a rim shot.
Get out of here. Anyway, and don't be faxing us any more stories, man. A story this big, we don't
look
miss.
What I just got off the fax machine.
Michael Powell's resigning. Gee, how many trees do we have to chop down to make that fax paper?
About 30, man. They're all 2 pages.
And we got to save our fax paper because we got those ratings coming at 1 o'clock. I got like a whole bunch of pages here, which I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's a suck job by the Wall Street Journal. After Michael Powell, the right-wing Wall Street Journal. The bad news is that we're told that Michael Powell, one of Washington's better bureaucrats, is calling it quits today after 4 years at the helm of the unctuous FCC. There's that unctuous word again, Humper. You read it here first. The good news is that his exit affords the Bush administration an opportunity to reevaluate its stepchild treatment of telecom policy. Given the media coverage, you might think Mr. Powell's tenure has been a little more than Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction and Howard Stern's potty mouth. In fact, Mr. Powell has spent the past 4 years focused on much more substantive matters regarding the government's role overseeing a telecommunications sector that's never been more dynamic, and yada, 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 and it goes on about this, and bada-beep-bada-bop, and broadband, and then it kind of goes. The baby bells. Now let's get to the part about, which brings us to the matter of potential replacements for the chairman at the five-member agency and whether President Bush will squander a chance to start taking telecom more seriously. The White House decision last month to renominate Democratic Commissioner and Tom Daschle protege, the unctuous Jonathan Edelstein, was not a good start, to say the least, since he and fellow Democratic Commissioner Michael Kopps are reliable opponents in genuine competition. You see, the Wall Street Journal can't stand the fact that there are 2 Democrats on the commission. There's 5 members, 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats, and the Wall Street Journal, that's not good enough for them, even though they're all full of crap. Let's see. Mr. Martin is gunning for chairmanship. Who's Mr. Martin? Oh, Kevin Martin. But his decision in the unbundling fight to put personal ambition above good policy split the commission, helped extend the telecom depression. Other possible names mentioned for the post include Becky Klein, former head of the Texas Public Utility Commission, Michael Gallagher of the National Telecommunications Information Administration, and Janice Obakowski, a telecom consultant who served in the Commerce Department under Mr. Bush's father. Someone like former Interstate Commerce Commission Chairman Darius Gaskins or former FTC Commissioner Chairman Jim Miller would also be an excellent choice to keep the FCC on a deregulatory path, says the obnoxious Wall Street Journal. They're not even unctuous. They're just obnoxious. Bunch of right-wing money-grabbing losers. Losers! I hope you lose all your money, okay? I hope the market goes down to like the big...
Oh.
Yeah, every penny, all you fools with that stock market crap. Anyway, this is an interesting story from Reno, Nevada, which I had this, but it's now's the time to do it. A 50-year-old Reno man who was hospitalized after he castrated himself
Oh, my gosh.
told police he learned of the procedure on the Internet. He did so to lower his libido. The man, whose name was not released, called 911 at about 1:30 Monday morning, asked for help because he couldn't stop the bleeding from the self-castration operation, police said. See, if it's on the Internet, just do it, right?
Right.
If it says go to a cliff and jump as high and fast as you can, just do it.
You missed the part
if
about
it says
the
take a
tourniquet.
red-hot poker and stick it deep inside your rectum, just do it. You'll enjoy it. Reno police and medics responded to the man's home. He was taken by ambulance to the hospital. Washoe Medical Center officials cited privacy issues, so they couldn't release any information on the man, including his condition. But police said hospital officials confirmed Wednesday that the man successfully castrated himself. I'm not really sure what they mean by that, but it was a successful operation. When in doubt, he chopped it out. The man obviously needs some sort of counseling. Reno Police Lieutenant Ron Donnelly, a master of understatement, told the Reno Gazette. Yeah. I don't think he needs counseling. He needs I can't say that one either. You'll dump that too.
No,
I'm sorry. Oh, rhymes with weenus. Denmark charges 5 soldiers with Iraqi prisoner abuse. So Josh Cordes dumped that raspberry at the end of that spot. I'm going to have to, chop that off. Maybe I'll play it again now.
Chop what off?
That fart.
Oh. Well, you just
let
that
the
story.
fart off.
Yeah.
Copenhagen, a Danish intelligence officer and 4 military policemen have been charged with abuse of Iraqi prisoners in southern Iraq. Danish news agency Ritzau reported today. Reserve Captain Animet Hamel. And 4 other soldiers could face up to 1 year in prison if found guilty of breaking military law during interrogations last year. Hamel was sent home in July from Iraq before her tour of duty was set up after former unit colleagues complained about the way she interrogated prisoners. Maybe that's what that guy needs, a new unit. She's denied the abuse. Denmark has about 500 troops in southern Iraq near Basra. And by the way, there's a whole bunch more dead people in Iraq, but nobody cares. In fact, it's only making the crawl on the Talking Head networks. That's how much we're we've just been desensitized to it. They're just dying like crazy every day, and we don't care. Just another bomb, one of those bombings, That's all it was. 5670560, pound 560 on a Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. Big day today. Ratings come out at 1. Mad Dog at 2. The Momeister at 4. Curtis Stevenson at 7. Eddie K at 10. A pristine lineup. No ball games. No hockey games with Geldy. Sorry about that. WQAM, hello.
Yes, I speak to Neil, please.
Speaking.
Neil, a long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
And I run across an old friend of yours that you thought was dead.
I thought he was dead?
Yeah, Spencer.
Oh.
The car washing man?
Right.
He's still washing cars. I just talked to him 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and where was he?
He's over here in Lennar washing cars.
Oh, I'll be danged. Well, that's good. He turned his back on us. He sold us down the river, old Spencer.
Well, he said he's going to call you if he wants to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk to him, thanks. Spencer's still alive. Remember that?
I do.
He came over. Wasn't it when we went over to Paxson and he came over there and there wasn't enough business for him or something like that? They made up some story about how he wasn't licensed to do there or whatever, which I don't understand.
License?
Yeah. You know, business license for a car wash guy. I don't know, some crap he made up. There just wasn't enough cars. And, of course, that cheap Jack Mark, he probably didn't want to spend any money to get his car washed, even though he had that very impressive parking spot. And, then, of course, he died, Jack Mark, right?
Yes, he did.
I'm just verifying that because anybody that treated us so shabbily and was such a hard ass, that's what happens, man. You cross us, and eventually, sooner or later, you're going to die. I promise you that. Eventually, you will die if you mess with us. So, bug off, Jack Mark. And Spencer. Go away, Spencer. Boy, 56705. I thought it was somebody that, you know, we'd be happy to hear from. You know, like, oh, gee, isn't that great news that so-and-so, you know?
Mm-hmm. Paul
kind of a downer. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I was at Treasure Island on Wednesday. I saw George getting fondled by a...
Okay, great. WQAM, hello.
Yes, hi. I'd like to talk about the Cosby situation.
The Cosby situation, okay?
Yeah, anybody... Have you heard anything about this girl? Is she, I mean, Cosby's worth, like, what, $300 million? Isn't there potential big payday there?
Right.
I mean, I understand, you know, it's innocent until proven guilty. You know, Cosby may be a little freaky-deaky, but at the same time, he's a big target, is he not?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, like I'm sure you would be.
Let me see. Here's the deal. I don't. This business of just jumping to conclusions. I mean, there's the story. She said this. He didn't say anything yet. And who the hell knows? I don't know. Do you know?
No, I don't know. But you're a target too, are you not? When you go out, I mean, you've got to be thinking about that, right?
Thinking about what?
As a celebrity, you know, somebody say you're out at a bar, whatever, and you have a couple drinks with somebody, whatever.
Grab their genitals? Well, that would be very believable, probably, if they look good.
Neil,
have a great day, pal. Don't worry
someone
about
who was falsely accused, Neil, I just hope that the public doesn't jump to conclusions like they do with everybody else and assume guilt.
You were falsely accused?
Yes, I was, sir.
Of what?
I was an art in college many moons ago, and there was a student who was, she was emotionally disturbed, and she was failing our courses, and she was a smart girl.
Right.
And she decided that, easy target, you know, one of the resident advisors, she said that I had assaulted her. And, of course, I was vindicated, but not after, 7 months of, being dragged through the mud.
I don't want you to take this personally, but when I was at Michigan State, we hated the RAs. But then I guess that's true everywhere. You know, there's a certain amount of resentment there.
Well, Neil, the resentment, the only reason I did was to put me through college. Unfortunately, I didn't come from a family
defensive
of wealth.
about it. I just suggested that, probably there were a lot of people who didn't like the RAs, so she had extra motive.
Neil, I was a cool RA, okay? I was a real cool RA.
Okay, good. I believe you.
Neil, have a great day, man. Hope everything goes well with the ratings.
Okay, great. Cross your fingers and your legs. Say a prayer for Bill Cosby. Jello, Jello. How's that go? That pudding? I don't know how that goes.
I don't know.
Pudding pops, all that Jello crap. I just don't like Bill Cosby. I'm pleased that he said a lot of stuff. He's spoken out last year or two about things in the dark community that need to be addressed, need to be said, and he's taken a lot of crap for that. But, whatever your take is on that, that's aside from this. Plus, we don't know if this is a white chick, a black chick, we know what she is. I mean, since he's in the Toronto area, could be anything. I mean, we got, you name it, we got it. We got Indians, we got Pakis, we got Filipinos, we got Italians, we got Russians, we got, you name it, loaded. We got a few dark folks. I mean, anything you could imagine, we got it. That's why I have to laugh my ass when they talk about, well, South Florida is such a multicultural area. Oh, give me a break. Multicultural, my ass. God.
It is.
You got basically three categories there. You got Latinos, Anglos, and dark folks. That's it. What else you got?
Jews.
They're not Jews or Anglos, man. White folks, okay? White folks, dark folks, and Latino folks.
So you're not from the Middle East.
You starting again with that Jew stuff?
I didn't start it.
Did you hear that, Josh?
I did.
Boy, this man just cannot restrain it. No wonder you like Prince Harry so much,
I'm not the one that claims that I'm from the Middle East.
No wonder you like that Battenberg crowd there in England so much. In fact, why don't you, instead of go to all these great places I've been telling you about, go to London, man. Go visit Buckingham Palace.
Roy.
Go visit the Queen and all the other queens hanging out in that joint. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM. We got an hour and 48 minutes until ratings time. Now, the ratings, of course, start downloading at 1, but, it'll be very shortly thereafter. They usually come racing in there. Oh, God, look at this. We did great. Or we did like crap, I made a bad mistake. I left the building heat on all night while I was sleeping. Bad idea.
Yeah, it is.
Because I got a little space heater, a very nice one, electric one in my bedroom, which I only keep on when I'm sleeping overnight to keep it nice and toasty, to take the chilly edge off when it's 80 below zero. But I kept the whole building heat on there. Man, it just blows that garbage, man. It blows.
It blows.
No, it really does. All the soot. Now, how come the air conditioning doesn't do the same thing? Is there a special reason? You're the expert on this crap.
Because it's on more often, so it's already blown out.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, the heat's been on here a couple of months. Wouldn't you think by now that all the schmutz would have gotten blown out? Plus, I got my nice thing in the other room there. What do they call that thing that I bought? The
poisonizer.
The poison breeze between your knees. It's great. Hey, the Emerald Coast wants to wish everybody a happy New Year, and they're proud to announce you can still enjoy Lobster Fest at the Coast every Friday through Sunday. Emerald Coast is absolutely Florida's #1 Asian gourmet buffet, and that's not just my opinion. That's as rated by Zagat Restaurant Reviews, the people who really know their crap. In addition to Emerald Coast all-you-can-eat buffet, now you can enjoy succulent, juicy Maine lobster served Thermidor style. Start your mouth-watering experience with your choice of 6 different soups. Try all of them if you like. Put a little bit in your purse. Then sample dozens of Oriental treats, including fried snapper and a Thai sweet and sour sauce, an old favorite whole roasted duck and hoisin sauce. Also enjoy their brand new sushi bar featuring over 30 different items.
About 30, man.
And after shoveling all of this delicious, fresh, good stuff down your throat, plus a lot of things I didn't even have time to talk about, Emerald Coast has got an incredible out-of-the-world dessert bar for you to try, featuring ice cream with all your favorite toppings, tiramisu, those great little eclairs, and a brand-new state-of-the-art chocolate fondue fountain. When in doubt, just let that stuff drip out. Don't forget, the Emerald Coast promotes healthy living, cooking all of their fine cuisine with cholesterol-free canola oil, no MSG, no cornstarch, no crap. It's good for you, there's just a ton of it, and it's delicious, too. Emerald Coast, 3 locations for you. They're in Sunrise, Sunny Isles Beach, and Pembroke Pines. So if you want to go pig out this weekend to celebrate QAM's gigantic ratings that are coming out at 1 o'clock, head for the Emerald Coast. For reservations, call 954-572-3822. 954-572-3822. And Richard at the Emerald Coast would like me to remind you that it's January 21, and the Leafs still haven't lost a game.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
Hey, Jude.
Incredible.
She's not too bad.
No.
Sienna's okay when you get in bed with her. The minute you find she's cold when you're hot, then you can start to dump her for someone better. And when your relationship with sin, hey Jude, begins to look for someone who's slightly older. People magazine voted you in. The sexiest man can go hunting. You might find someone with bigger boulders. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, if married life gets sad, take Sienna, and flush her like fecal matter. The minute you hear some nagging start, then break apart and sign your divorce papers.
Jude Law, pretty good actor. He's okay on a scale of 1 to 3. He's all right. 11:18 at 560 WQM. Happy Friday. The sun is shining here. It's 140 degrees below zero. 75 degrees in Miami today. Not a bad day, I guess, huh?
No, it's good.
Weather's not everything, man. Weather isn't everything. Just ask Bill Cosby. He'll tell you. No, the last guy's got a good point. I mean, anybody that's wealthy, anybody that's a well-known celebrity, I mean, there's always some money-grabbing bitch that's just standing by, waiting to hop on the bandwagon, waiting to, like, exploit and, for fun and profit, underline the profit part. Now, when it's Jesse Jackson, though, and the love child is like, he admits to it and fesses up to it. I mean, what are we talking about? Hey, Reverend Jackson, Reverend Swaggart, Reverend Baker, all these men of the cloth, which reminds me, by the way, I got a story. Yeah, church counselor charged with having sex with teens from the Palm Beach Post, this story came. Fort Pierce, a church youth counselor, was arrested Wednesday on charges he had sex with 2 teen girls he supervised, according to the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. Christopher T. Paget, 19, was arrested on 2 counts of lewd and lascivious molestation after a 14-year-old girl told her mother that she and another girl who are part of the youth group at Glad Tidings Pentecostal Church had sex with Paget in his car, according to a Sheriff's Office report released yesterday. Oh, God, that's good.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, oh, God, that's good. Praise the Lord. The two girls involved and the mother who filed a report were not identified in the reports. The girl told her mother the incident happened after she and her friend, who was 15, asked Paget for a ride to a friend's house on December 19, and investigator Bisan. While they were en route, the subject of sexual activity had been brought up in conversation. Detective Mark Colangelo wrote in Paget's arrest affidavit. The three of them ultimately found a secluded location in St. Lucie County, and both females had sexual intercourse with Paget. Oh, yeah, well, what's it like? Well, let's go find out, you know? The girl's mother called the sheriff's office on January 6th, and Colangelo met with Paget Wednesday to get his side of the story, Colangelo wrote. Paget admitted having sex with both girls. He stated he knows what he did was wrong. He's then spoken with his pastor about, that should, heal it all over, shouldn't it? He knew it was wrong. He has since spoken to his pastor about the incident. 2 phone messages seeking comment from someone at the church were not returned Thursday. Paget was booked in the county jail about noon Wednesday, released an hours later after posting $20,000 bail. How do you like that? He's 19, they were 14. I mean, that's, that's marginal, I would say, right? It's against the law, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he was 19 and they were 16, it would be a little bit closer to acceptable, right?
A little bit.
Right. Well, I'm trying to, find some rationale here for this kid. He's 19 years old. He was horny, and maybe God told him to do it. God said, give it a try. See what it's like, What? See what it's like. And if you like the first chick, then try the second one. Maybe that one will be just as good, maybe even better. Right?
Absolutely. I'm
and then go to your pastor, and he'll say, God bless you, my child, and he'll do a couple, and if it was a Catholic priest, he probably would first, do a few Hail Marys, and then rub his rosary beads, and then molest him. Now he's probably too old. Maybe molest the girls. Oh, that's right, they're girls. 5670560, pound 560 on the Catholic priest. Most of them are they're pretty one-dimensional. Oh, speaking of girls, University of Texas grad Jenna Bush might be getting a little lost in translation. Do you hear this story about her her high sign?
No.
Standing on stage with her dad, the president, Mom Laura, and sister Barbara at the Texas State Society's Black Tie and Boots Ball Wednesday night. And again yesterday as a Texas band paraded past the presidential reviewing stand, the blonde Bush twin raised her right hand high in the air and lifted her pinky and index fingers. Okay? Texans recognize Jenna's Hook'em Horns hand sign as a show of support for the University of Texas Longhorns football team, but deaf people use American Sign Language easily identify the sign for Bullschmidt.
Not to mention at the concerts.
Yeah.
It's Satan.
Right. Bullschmidt.
Right.
One of the 8 official signers for the inauguration who interpreted the president's address on the west front of the Capitol yesterday confirmed to me the bovine expletive. Staffers at the New York School for the Deaf and New York Society for the Deaf snickered. The First Lady's press secretary, Gordon Jonro, reacted with a surprised giggle. Jenna was using the Hook'em Horn sign, and there were a lot of Texans in the room, said Jonro, himself a UT grad. Texans have been known to BS every once in a while. Isn't that cute? Yeah. Well, there's some really interesting stuff in here. And this is a column by Lloyd Grove of the New York Daily News. Let's see. I don't want to read the stuff about Chuck Schumer, yada, yada, yada. Where's the other good thing in here? Oh, here it is. Has indie movie star Steve Buscemi joined Tom Cruise and John Travolta in the religion of L. Ron Hubbub?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Steve Buscemi. Say it ain't so, Steve. The January issue of Celebrity, the official magazine of the Church of Scientology Celebrity Center International, claims that one Stephen Buscemi has just completed a purification rundown procedure, a regimen of sauna treatments, running, and niacin for new inductees. Well, niacin, makes you flush. Yeah, kind of like eating at Burger King. It makes you flush a lot. A lowdown Scientology insider reports that it's the same controversial treatment that Tom Cruise has been pushing on the New York firefighters as a detoxification treatment. Oh, get in that closet again, Tommy, before somebody discovers. Yesterday, Buscemi's PR told Lowdown, I checked it out with him, and it's 100% not true. It's a different Steve Buscemi. Wow. A flack for the Celebrity Center said it was house policy not to confirm or deny anything unless a celebrity goes public. Also, it says, looks like pop movie director Brett Ratner can be very creative to get what he wants. Chatting with the Miami New Times about prospect of his pal Anthony Shriver running for governor of Florida, Ratner freely confesses, I lost my virginity by saying I was Bobby Kennedy Jr. You can't believe how that helped me get girls in bed when I was growing up. So if anybody out there can't get laid, just tell them you're Bobby Kennedy Jr. It'll work like a charm, unless, of course, you're ugly or maybe just very poorly endowed or both, whatever it might be. Unless you don't have that Kennedy endowment. We got a great story. Dick Clark's in bad shape.
Oh!
All right. We'll take some calls first. See, it's like bad news and good news, yin and yang.
Right,
we got Spencer's still alive, but Dick Clark's in bad shape, so it kind of makes up for it. Because Spencer's small potatoes.
He's like 100 now, if that was true.
Really? Oh, yeah, I believe it. Why would he make a story like that up? What historical event do you least believe could have happened? The re-election of George W. Bush, 110. The resurrection of Jesus, 73. 9/11, you got to believe, baby. You got to have faith. Got to have believe. 9/11/28. OJ gets acquitted 23. That's moving up there nicely. QM gets his act together 19. Yeah, we don't believe that because we know it'll never happen. Mike Piazza gets married 15. Mike Piazza's getting married in Miami. It's January 31.
Oh, my God.
So they say. Of course, Ben Affleck, he was going to get married too about 40 times. Didn't happen. Man walks on the moon 8. Noah's Ark 7. Assassinations of the 60s 5. The Holocaust 4. And Vietnam War's only got 1. Solamente uno. WQAM, hello.
Is George my friend?
WQAM, hello.
Bill Cosby touched me.
Well, maybe 50,000. Would that do it? Shut you up. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yep.
Hey, you know, I can't believe you're astounded that he won the election. I mean, we had bad machines. We had disenfranchised. We couldn't let the black people vote. They waited 8 hours. It was.
Sir, let me say this to you. I'm surprised that more than 10,000 people could have been that stupid to vote for this lunatic, man, for this dumb doofus.
Unbelievable. You know, what does it say that... What does it say when the religious right is in charge and his State of the Union or his inaugural address is all about war?
Yeah, right. There you go. Well, you know what God said? Smite all your enemies, man, and that's what we're doing. We're smiting all the evildoers.
Yeah, you betcha.
Good luck, you pal. I'll see you right at the border with some Jello pops. Pudding pops, whatever that crap is that he's been peddling. No, this is God getting even with Bill Cosby. I'm telling you that right now. It may not have anything to do with this racial stuff he's been talking about, but that that awful show, the Bill Cosby show with that Huxtable's crap, that was one of the worst shows in the history of TV. I mean, just garbage.
Unfunny.
I don't know any black people who, number one, act like that, and number two, are named Huxtable. And number three, the Jello stuff. Somebody's going to really punish his ass. He's going to burn in hell just for the Jello stuff. Plus, he's not funny. I mean, that's on top of it. He was good in I Spy with Robert Culp. That's a cop show. She didn't like it.
Right.
But it was a good show. He was very good. And how many years ago was that?
About 30, man.
Since then, not so good.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Jesus Land, Christian Park, where you won't go to hell when you die.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Land, Christian Park, where ignorance and hatred thrive.
Oi!
Ride the holy roller of God. The only roller coaster that never goes down. Riding Armageddon where the hand of God reaches through the clouds to rip all your clothes off. Bang, 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 shoot the bright killing you. Bang, 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 abortion doctors do. Take the bait, you dog for fun to eat. While getting bundled by a cartoon character priest.
Our Father that art in heaven, help us answer all voices in our head. And at our Yankees on, we're waving our snakes for Armageddon. When you come, please take us away.
March in a Bush Nazi parade. Cool off with a goofy great Diana Kool-Aid. Ignorant dicks who want to get their kicks. Wait with the fun and fundamentalists. Pray to the Lord to forgive you with your choice of lushly appointed views. Head on down to the revival show. Distort hillbilly heroin, drink and blow. Jesus Land, Christian Park, where you won't go to hell when you die. Jesus Land, Christian Park, where ignorance and hatred thrive.
Rock solid.
11:32 at 560. Praise Jesus, baby. That's what it's all about. Praise
Jesus
the Lord.
Christ.
Right. Dick Clark is in bad shape. He better start making his what do they always say? Make it right with the Lord.
Right.
What's that expression they use?
Sounds like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Dick Clark battles new medical setbacks, says the National Enquirer, and the Enquirer don't make mistakes. Dick Clark is far sicker than his millions of fans realize. I bet you Michael Moore is pleased about it, and so are we.
Making peace.
And now he's been, make peace with the Lord before it's too late, Dick. And now Dick Clark's been rocked by a new setback. He's been...
Rock solid.
Rocked. Well, he was on American Bandstand all those years, huh?
Right.
The beloved entertainer suffers from type 2 diabetes, and the condition is hampering his recovery from stroke, the Enquirer has learned exclusively. The mega producer, famed for his annual New Year's Eve show, suffered 2 strokes in succession in early December and was hospitalized more than a month later. Was still hospitalized, unable to talk or walk. The Enquirer has learned that diabetes is complicated as treatment. It's really bad, especially when you eat Nestle's Turtle ice cream by the half gallon. He's a very sick man, and the family is scared, revealed a family friend. They're keeping quiet about how he's really doing. Officially, they're saying he's on the mend, that he's doing just fine.
Oh, we're fine.
But the truth is, he isn't okay. He's virtually a prisoner trapped in his own body. How do you like that? That'll teach him to mess with Michael Moore.
He's the prisoner?
Yeah, he don't look like Patrick McGowan to me, I'll tell you that.
But he does look like number 2.
I was just going to say that, yeah. He looks exactly like number 2, yeah. I just dumped it. I didn't. Yeah, I'll get even with you, bastard. No, that was the right choice, Josh. As I think back on it, as I reflect, that was the right choice.
That was a nice
when in doubt,
raspberry.
dump it out. No, not even close. It was not a raspberry. It was definitely a...
It was
a screamer.
tuba blast.
Yeah.
A foghorn.
In early January, noted the source, he still couldn't talk and was paralyzed. His diabetes is compromising his chances of recovery.
All right.
Diabetics are greatly increased, have a risk of strokes, and a diabetic who has a stroke is at a greater risk of dying or becoming permanently disabled as a result, say medical pervert experts. When a diabetic has a stroke, the treatment of both conditions becomes more complicated and risky. Diabetics are far more at risk for developing bleeding in the brain, a dangerous complication of new clot-busting stroke treatments. And certain drugs for diabetes have been linked to congestive heart failure. The 75-year-old music legend, Clark, has been suffering from type 2 diabetes since '94, but waited until last year to publicly disclose his medical condition as if it's like some kind of a dark mark on your soul or something. I mean, big deal. Waited to disclose it. I remember he went on Larry King like, oh, gee, what am I going to do now? You know, remember that?
No, I don't watch Larry King.
Well, no, I'm not saying you watched it, but you heard about it. We talked about it on the show. He was on there like, oh, gee, I'm diabetic. Well, like, big deal. It's like saying I got blue eyes, you know. So, what are we going to do about it? Like everybody's supposed to, like, sit around and wring their hands because you got diabetes?
It's me!
In April 2004, when he first spoke out about being diabetic, Dick said, 2/3 of the people with diabetes die of heart disease or stroke, and that caused a big red flag to jump up in my life. I said I got to be more serious about my exercise and diet. A Showbiz insider who has worked with Clark told the Inquirer, Dick's diabetic condition has interfered with the medicines that he would normally be prescribed after a stroke. Because of his diabetes, he hasn't been able to take full advantage of all the aggressive new therapies which treat strokes. Diabetes also weakens the immune... Crap, you know what? Diabetics can live to like 100 if they take care of it and don't eat too much Nestle's Turtle, and especially not too much Score ice cream. After being hospitalized at St. Joseph Medical Center in Burbank, Dick's condition was so serious, the only individuals allowed to visit him were his wife, Carl, and his 3 children. The outlook was so grim. And now, see, this is bad. I'm sitting here laughing at a man that's going to die pretty soon. Man. The outlook was so grim at one point that family and friends feared the worst. He wouldn't come home from the hospital, divulged another family friend. Doctors are trying to balance the medications for his heart while regulating his blood sugar levels to keep the diabetes in check, and that's hampered a speedy recovery. His family is terribly worried about this slow progress, but they don't want Dick to see how distressed they are. They're trying to remain cheerful and upbeat to him about his progress. And he, in the meantime, is going like that, like Terry Schiavo. They also know that Dick, one of television's busiest and most successful producers, will have to slow down when he gets out of the hospital, and they're concerned about his ability to shift into low gear, said the source. Maybe he can take a job at his own place there, the Fudgery in Detroit, in Pontiac. Yeah. The Fudgery.
That's a funny name.
Yeah, he's pretty good at fudging the truth. Dick is a workaholic. He would have to lead a different life and not get involved in business, but his whole life has been about his career. When he recovers, God willing, we won't see much of him, but I don't know if that's the kind of quiet life Dick can lead. The stroke was serious for a man of his age, and with health issues, everyone's hoping for the best. Let's see if there's anything else in the Inquirer worth the while. Sharon Stone at war with ex-hubby over custody of their son. Anybody care about that? No. Affleck's stripper dances her way into a new career.
No.
Yeah, right. Likely story. Ashley runs crying to Jessica over her Orange Bowl disaster. Too bad.
Yeah.
You suck, honey. You couldn't sing you out of a paper sack. Let's see. The Aviator calms Mile High bust up. Don't care. Not interested in Leo. Anybody out there that is interested in Leo, you're either some 10-year-old girl or you're...
Gay.
Yeah. And I'm...
Gay.
And still ain't interested. See anything? There's a couple of things in here. Pretty weak issue, by the way. Oh, Jesus! How did I miss
Christ.
that?
What?
How did I miss that yesterday? I'm busy now, okay?
All right.
Desperate housewives hunk dad is a tragic crack addict, but he refuses to ask his son for help. There's a picture here of Jesse Metcalf, you know,
No.
Miguel from Passions.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you talk about him all the time, but I don't know what he looks like.
Well, believe me, I know what he looks like, and so does everybody else that watches either show or both.
So he's a crack addict, huh?
No, he's not a crack addict. He doesn't want to do anything that would hurt Jesse. Man, oh, man. Anyway, it says, Desperate Housewives star Jesse Metcalf has a tragic family secret. His father's addicted to crack cocaine, broke, has lost an eye in a brawl, and been evicted from his apartment. I bet you he played the slots one time. That's what Katie Sorensen would tell her. That's what she would attribute it to. But Jeffrey Metcalf refuses to ask for help from his son, who plays hunky gardener John on the hit show and used to play Miguel on Passions. See, there's 2 brothers on the show on Passions because it's a spoof, you know, it's a hoot and a holler, and their names are Luis and Miguel. Got it?
Got it.
Jeffrey is going to die soon because of things that he's doing, declared Robert DeReden, a longtime friend and former landlord in New London, Connecticut. I used to beg him to get in touch with his son. I'd touch his son. Oh, man. I'd touch him until he was like black and blue, until he couldn't walk no more. But anyway, it says, I used to beg him to get in touch with his son, but Jeffrey's refused. He said they didn't get along. When contacted by the Inquirer, Jeffrey said, I love Jesse and I'm very proud of what he's managed to do, but we haven't spoken for many years. He doesn't need to know what's happened. He needs to get on with his own life. It's not his best interest to get involved with me. Oh, look at this. Evidence of a brawl, dried blood on a chair in Jeffrey's apartment. It's got a picture right here. Jeffrey's sister, Pamela Ware, and her husband, Jim, have let Jeffrey stay in her home in nearby Waterford since he was evicted. He wasn't going to do anything that would hurt Jesse, Pam told the Inquirer. He doesn't feel it would be appropriate to hurt him in any way. Jeffrey hasn't seen his son since he split with his mother, Nancy, whom he never married when Jesse was 5, and his life really went down the tubes after he was fired from his job as a longshoreman, a friend told the Inquirer. I'm saving this picture for posterity. He was smoking crack cocaine. They did a random drug test that came up positive for cocaine. Oh, there's a picture of Jeffrey right here. He lost an eye in a violent robbery in his apartment. He's got one eye. He's doing crack cocaine. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have any money. He's living with some friends that are putting him up. But other than that, he's doing pretty good.
Oh, we're fine.
Jeffrey was given the option of going to rehab or losing his job. He did start a recovery program, but he dropped out. Somehow I look at the two pictures there side by each, and it's kind of hard to relate the two, you know? Maybe Jeffrey looked better once upon a time. He couldn't have looked no worse.
Before he had that eye gouge.
Right, that's right. Jeffrey's former landlord, DeReden, disclosed Jeffrey never got his job back, and because he wasn't working, couldn't pay his rent. October 23rd, Jeffrey let some so-called friends into his apartment. There was a violent robbery. I heard yelling and screaming and chairs flying. Then I heard a blood-curdling yell from Jeffrey. I called 911, but before the police and ambulances got there, 2 guys and a woman ran out of Jeffrey's front door. They couldn't have been drug dealers, you think? You know that crowd. I looked in, and Jeffrey was standing there with his eyeball dangling from his face. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital, but doctors couldn't save his eye.
For Christ's sake,
Maybe it was those drug dealers from Rules of Attraction, you know? Remember he just stopped off there for a quick transaction?
Yeah.
While Jeffrey was still in the hospital... That was great. While Jeffrey was still in the hospital, I went to his apartment to clean up. There was dried blood all over the place, empty packets of drugs and drug paraphernalia. There was so much rubbish in the bedroom that he slept on the couch instead. Jeffrey now has a false eye. Now, if it was good enough for Sammy Davis in Colombo, it's good enough for Jeffrey.
And Sandy.
Right. And is trying to get help from the estate, claiming he was a victim of a crime. Landlord served an eviction notice on Jeffrey in mid-November, which mentioned the drugs and drug paraphernalia, and read in part, I asked no drugs, prostitutes, but Jeff has people in and out all during the night. When told about Jeffrey's sad situation by the Inquirer, Jesse's spokesperson said the Desperate Housewives star had no comment. He's mum. Jeffrey's friend added, Jeffrey watches Jesse 26 on television. He's very proud of him, but he doesn't want to call Jesse because he doesn't want him to know what a loser his father is. Sometimes Jeffrey wishes he'd been a bigger part of Jesse's life growing up, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Wow. Let me just kind of tear that picture. Oh, gee, I can't do that because Johnny Carson's secret medical emergency's on the other side.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560.
Ballooning.
Sooner gonna get you. Sooner or later, the sooner gonna get you. Sooner or later, the sooner gonna get you. The sooner gonna get you. Think the more you'll ever win. Resistance is what you'll find when you put your genocide. With the proof is your Nazi occupation. Iraqi try to defend their home against us who stand on the Saudis that deserve retaliation. Sooner or later, the Sunni's gonna get you. The Sunni's gonna get you. You know you'll never win. You leave no child behind by sending them off to die in a war that's insane and homicidal. One symptom of genocide is that the people you find with weapons to lose get suicidal. Jesus was God. Jesus was God. Jesus was God.
I'm dying over here.
146, 14 till noon at 560 WQM. 373 votes on the poll. What historical event do you least believe could have happened? Re-election of George W. Bush, 130. They had some bag on there on CBS, and of course they had that crap going on all afternoon. And she's got her dark shades on, and she's got her little camera there, and they're interviewing her. Oh, this is so exciting. And suddenly there he is, our president. Oh, my God. I wanted to puke up all of that Nestle's turtle ice cream and those little, now I know what they call them, candy chunks. Man. Re-election of George W. Bush, 130. We cannot believe it. Resurrection of Jesus, 82. Kind of a hard story to swallow. O.J. gets acquitted, 38. 9/11, 34. QM gets his act together.
About 30, man.
Noah's Ark. I like the way Josh spelled arc. A-R-C. Like a circle.
Like electricity.
Right. Like an arc of electricity. Arc is A-R-K, as in arc. Like a ship, you know, like a...
Okay.
At 20. I'm just passing this along if I try to give it like a free education. Mike Piazza gets married, 16. Oh, boy, after all those things about him.
Yay.
See? That proves it to me. Man walks on the moon, 11. The Holocaust, 6. Assassinations of the 60s, 5. And the Vietnam War, only 1. I guess it's very believable because we've been in so many, unacceptable and unnecessary and needless wars. But, so anyway, on the other side of this picture, in fact, the picture from the show, we're going to have to start watching that show. Although he was always naked on Passions, too. That shows you he's a great actor. Right?
Right.
Well, no, I mean, if you can't act, at least look good naked, man. And so they parade you around, prance you around with your shirt off all the time. It says, Torrid Affair, Jesse and Eva Longoria have a steamy illicit liaison on the hit show. And the reason we know that this is fiction is because in real life he wouldn't touch her with your hand. You know who that is?
Eva Longoria?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her.
Not much.
She's fine.
He's a lot prettier than she is.
I don't know what he looks like.
Well, trust me. Believe me. Anybody would see, even you would admit that. Even Josh would admit it, even though it might be bad for his image. Johnny Carson's secret medical emergency. He looks like Stan Major here. Wow, all puffed up. Man. The photo of Johnny taken 2 days before his ordeal shows how bloated he's become due to illness. His face is like, like Chris Myers' disease. Like somebody put a bicycle pump in the back of his neck and just blew it up like Jerry Lewis. And he's got a pupik, too. The beloved Tonight Show star was unable to breathe. TV legend Johnny Carson was rushed to the hospital on January 5th in a life-or-death medical crisis. The Inquirer has learned exclusively. We've got the full dramatic story of the beloved entertainer's secret hospitalization, which has badly shaken the 79-year-old performer and his concerned family. Johnny, who has chronic emphysema. See, all you people with them faggots smoking and puffing away on those faggots, stop. Chronic emphysema. Lung cancer, emphysema, just a host of horrendous things from puffing on those on that weed, man. Not on that weed. I'm sorry. No, not that. Anyway, he's got chronic emphysema and history of heart problems, was wheeled into Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Doctors attached him to a heart monitor and worked quickly to stabilize his breathing. The crisis was compounded by his medical history. Johnny suffered a heart attack in March '99 that led to a quadruple bypass, and he was diagnosed with emphysema. What's the name of that bit?
Emphysema?
The girl... No. We have one with that? No, the girl with emphysema.
Right.
For the next 2 days at Cedars-Sinai...
One more time around.
Oh, Johnny was...
Short and pale and thin and sickly. The girl with emphysema keeps smoking, and when she passes, she flicks her ass and goes...
I'm dying over here.
For the next 2 days at Cedars-Sinai, Johnny was placed under close observation as he received treatment. He was allowed to return home January 7, but is still reeling from the ordeal, say sources. He's reeling from it. Really. After the medical drama, Johnny said, I couldn't breathe. I thought I was dying. An insider told the Inquirer Johnny's a fighter, but this is pretty shaking him up pretty big time. He thinks it was a close call. He's genuinely afraid the next crisis could be his last. The years of heavy smoking and drinking, have taken their toll. What did I say yesterday? Booze and cigarettes go hand in hand, man. A glass in one hand and a faggot in the other. A photo of Johnny taken just 2 days before his health crisis as he was entering a Malibu movie theater offer a rare glimpse of the reclusive star as he appears today. Oh, man, not good. Not looking good. Looks just like Stan Major. He's bloated and barrel-chested. Emphysema sometimes causes a swollen appearance because the lungs are chronically overinflated with air. Johnny used to keep in great shape, playing tennis almost every day, but the emphysema made it difficult for him to exercise, and his love for gourmet food has not diminished, contributing to his weight problem. He's got a pupik. Johnny suddenly began experiencing severe breathing problems on January 5th. He was rushed to the emergency room in really bad shape, disclosed the insider. He was shaking and ashen when he was admitted. Johnny's family was scared to death, revealed a close source. They feared the worst, believing he could easily suffer another heart attack. And this time, in his weakened state, Johnny might not make it. Aren't you getting emotional about this?
Yeah,
Here's Johnny.
Oh, choked up. Bad choice.
The doctors immediately hooked him up to a heart monitor, and he remained on it until he was discharged. Emphysema causes the gradual destruction of the lungs' tiny air sacs, and there's nothing worse than when your sac gets destroyed. You know it?
I know.
And patients become more and more short of breath, say medical experts. Over time, the body and the heart grow weaker, and there's an increasing risk of heart attack. Maybe, what's her name in that movie, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, had emphysema? Or did she just have asthma?
Oh, that was on again last night.
I like that for my psychic powers there again, huh? I like that. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
The scene that's the best is when her girlfriend goes looking for her in the, what do you call it?
The hothouse.
The hothouse, yeah. And opens up the door. Won't see her no more. And I still say that actress, whatever her name is, she looks just like Hillary. What's her name again?
Rebecca De Mornay.
Rebecca De Mornay. You don't see the resemblance?
No.
Full of crap. In advanced stages, any minor illness or buildup of mucus in the lungs can trigger a life-or-death crisis, often ending in heart failure for emphysemiacs. Fortunately, the ailing talk show host responded well to treatment. Once he was stabilized, he was a joy to the staff at Cedars, continued the insider. He's a sweet man. In fact, Ed McMahon was there at the door going, "Here's Johnny." You think he was? No. He's a sweet man. His mind is still sharp. His eyes still have that twinkle. But it's clear that he's been in gradual decline. The attack was a really bad one. It's got him terrified. He told a pal it's a terrible feeling not to be able to breathe, something we take for granted. He admitted he was a very lucky man this time. Oh, and see, usually when I read these stories, I like to take them and tear them up and throw them away. Well, it's a good thing I didn't do it that time, because the other side is that picture. I'm putting that right over here in a special spot.
Not there.
Listen, I'm telling you. No,
I'm
going
to see it if you put it there.
It takes somebody pretty damn special good to get me that interested, believe you me. Oh, Julia and Mom had war over her twins. We don't care about her, do we?
No.
Julia Roberts. I like her. She's fine, but, boring. Ex-wrestler Joni Laurer busted for brawling with Bo.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Not that she ain't big.
Former pro wrestler Joni Laurer was hauled off in handcuffs for hitting her boyfriend, but in an exclusive Inquirer interview, the brawny beauty says her only regret is that she didn't beat him to a pulp, her beau Sean. Once known to fans as Chyna, Joni was arrested on New Year's, or is that Chachi? Oh, Chyna. Joni was arrested New Year's Day after she and wrestler X-Pac, a.k.a. Sean Waltman, got into a fight over a fur coat, and he called the cops in her Westwood home. Yes, I bitch-slapped Sean, confessed Joni, who starred in VH1's The Surreal Life 4. He pushed me to it. He disrespected me. I wish I would have hit him harder. I don't regret it at all. Well, there you go. No interest. Let's see. Never lose your pet again. This is the thing you stick up your pet's...
rectum. Is it?
Yeah. Makes them come back home all the time. Eva snatching murder mom didn't kill alone. Oh, Brad and Jen's final showdown over sexy Angelina Jolie. Did you know that?
Yeah. I get the star.
Oh, well, excuse me.
No problem.
Angelina Jolie. Jennifer wanted to be an A-list actress. Brad wanted a family, and he wanted Angelina bad. There's nothing in here, man. There's nothing about Michael Jackson. The pre-trial hearing, by the way, starts today. And then Michael Jackson. Oh, here you go. Here's something about...
Roy!
Yeah, this is big stuff. Good old
Roy!
Corey celebrates his amazing recovery. Maybe he's getting baptized because he's in the water there with Siegfried Schickelgruber, whatever his name is, his boyfriend. Yeah. In the swim, Roy waves for the cameras. He gets a little help from Siegfried in the water. Good old
Roy!
Big-hearted Siegfried Fischbacher Schickelgruber treated his partially paralyzed partner Roy Horn to a fun-in-the-sun vacation. The spurm-of-the-moment getaway to Mexico was Roy's first vacation since his near-fatal mauling on October 3rd, 2003.
Roy!
Exclusive Inquirer photos show the strides the 60-year-old performer's made, but he's still relegated to a wheelchair nearly full-time.
Roy!
Yeah, but what's her name got out of the wheelchair on Passions? She just got up and walked. What the hell's her name? Sam's girlfriend? Ex-wife?
I don't know.
She ain't been on quite a while now. I know you're watching that religiously every day. And Gwen's got some problems. Oh, Scott Peterson, here's the last story. I know the audience is getting peeved with this crap because it's all boring. Well, the thing about Dick Clark was reassuring.
Mm-hmm. And Johnny.
And the thing about, here's Johnny. Huh? We like Johnny just fine. I mean, I think he's highly overrated, but yeah, I got no problem with Johnny.
Never stole a freight train.
Here's Johnny. I don't like Ed McMahon too much. I don't like professional ass kissers. He made millions just being an ass kisser. You know?
Hey-oh.
Yeah. Plus, not only that, but a boozer, and then, of course, that American Family Sweepstakes, whatever that crap is, you know. Now, you know who else was involved in that?
Nope.
Come on. I just said his name like a minute ago. Dick Clark.
Oh, that's right.
American Publishers Family Sweepstakes. Oh, you just won $80 trillion. If you just buy 600 magazines and fill this thing out and put a bunch of stamps on here, you just won $40 billion. Scott Peterson has a secret child with another woman. How do you like that?
Oh, my God.
Anybody care about Scott Peterson? No. Let me know when they give him the needle.
Right. We'll watch that.
And incredible. No, I'll administer it. In an incredible development in the Lacey Peterson crime saga, the Inquirer has learned exclusively, as always, that Scott's family has been contacted by mail informing that Scott has a teenage son. The letter arrived January 3rd at the home of one of Scott's siblings. Scott's relative was stunned and was shaking while reading the letter. The letter was written by the teenage boy, who says he will take a DNA test to prove that Scott's his father. Here's a picture of Scott in senior high school. Boy, he sure was ugly. I mean, he's like, he's an average kind of boring-looking guy now, not a bad-looking guy. But, boy, he sure was a geek in high school. Maybe that was the problem. A lot of geeks, they want to prove something, so they go out there and screw everything with a skirt on, or with a kilt on. According to the letter, the boy was told Scott got his mother pregnant when they both lived in San Francisco some 14 years ago. Scott was 16, the girl was 14. Well, that's, right?
Right.
Illegal, though.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so there's the deal on that. And I think she just wants some money. Just like that bitch with the poor Bill Cosby, What's wrong with Jello Pudding Pops? You ever eat Jello Pudding Pops?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well, let me just tell you right now, with all due respect to Bill Cosby, if you eat Jello Pudding Pops someday, I guarantee you will die.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively. QAM.
I'm Ross Laidman, and I like scrubbing my smelly gorilla ass with soap made from jewels and listening to the Neil Roque Comunista Hour. Hey,
He's really rocking in a rocking chair and out the cracker, and multi-millionaire who's been and rocking. So why should anyone care if Clark had a stroke? A happy white guy with bright and shiny teeth who took payola like the common thief and let him go, but instead got out and free. That Clark had a stroke. He's the oldest teenage icon of radio. He had a stroke. He's a wealthy miserly monger till Clark had a stroke. He must have had to pick the checkup for dinner, and he had a stroke. Now that's why he sounds just like Terry Schreiber. It may be dying, but he will never leave. They're gonna ice him like the freezer meat, and then revive him just for New Year's Eve. The Clark had a stroke. He might just go back to host the pyramid with stars like Joanne or Leah Michael Triplets. All of a sudden, I forgot the album London, Dick Clark had a stroke.
12:02 at 560. This is 58 minutes in an hour. It's just 58 minutes away. I'm sorry.
Right.
Boy, time is flying today. And, of course, I apologize for killing that last hour with all the Inquirer stuff. I thought there was some pretty interesting stuff in here, especially that picture. But anyway, hey, listen to me when I tell you. Wow. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. Let's crank these phones up and get another 100 things for our pool. What do you say? Huh? We haven't really had, I think we've only had one, haven't we? One attack on there. The QM gets its act together. What else do we have called in?
Looking.
I believe that's the only one.
Yeah.
Soltanto uno. But that's okay. I think those other ones are pretty damn good. 567. No, we had two because we had the OJ gets acquitted. Yeah, mm-hmm. OJ. WQAM, hello.
You son of a bitch.
Thank you. WQM. Oh, wait a minute. Nobody there. Look at that. No calls on the board. That's bad. That's the Inquirer thing, see? Chased them all away reading that boring Inquirer stuff about Dick Clark and about Johnny Carson. Here's Johnny. WQAM, hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
For a couple of things, Reggie Williams leaving.
Oh, yeah.
The Heat getting Shaq.
Yeah.
And 9/11.
9/11's on there. Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Reggie Williams. Reggie White. What was he talking about? Reggie White croaking?
No,
what did he say?
Ricky Williams.
Oh, Ricky Williams. I thought he said Reggie. I don't know what he's talking about. He was like whispering like that.
There are people still in therapy over that.
Ricky Williams quits football. What was the second one?
The Heat gets Shaq.
Oh, the Heat get Shaq. Oh, yeah, the Heat get Shaq. That's shocking. Can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And 9/11's on there. It's not getting too many votes. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless line. My bad, that Inquirer hour. I should have saved that for, after the ratings come out. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got an idea for a poll for you.
Yeah?
People who, like a dead person who probably wouldn't be as famous as they are unless they had died, like Hendrix or, you think he'd be...
People who became more famous after death. I like that.
You like it?
Right.
Also, did you hear about George Carlin in rehab?
Yeah. Pretty sad.
Later, Neil.
Thanks a lot. People became more famous after death. I like to write these down.
Okay.
Because with my Alzheimer's, even when I think of them, I forget them like 10 seconds later.
What?
Exactly. WQAM, hello.
Have you ever seen the rain falling down like puddles? Thank you and good night.
Lovely.
That was a beautiful thing. Here's Johnny. I can't stop thinking that now. I don't know why. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
send me some weed.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
If I could toss myself a beating, I would. Just did 20 years public service, and then they opened up a new Publix right in front of my house. So they're going to open up a little restaurant there. Not a food chain, but like a nice one. I go apply for it. I put Monday through Friday, lunchtime. So they're training a group of people in there. Obviously, they have their staff. And all of a sudden, I'm like, the guy's like, why didn't you put down weekends? I'm like, well, I'm looking to just do Monday through Friday, weekdays, have weekends off. It's like, well, we can't use you, I'm like, well, listen, if you wanted an alternate or somebody for weekends, what are you wasting my time for? Just tell me, Anyway, it was always peanut butter that made Dick Clark and my dog come home.
Peanut butter, that'll do it. Okay.
Right.
That was good.
Wow.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon. I bet you know what kind of peanut butter it was? Skippy. Yeah, my first dog's name was Skippy. WQM line 9, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Pretty good.
I don't want to rip your station, but have you ever heard? I've never heard of a remote being done from a grocery store.
Oh, come on,
I
man.
mean, I love Mandy's, but
Fresh produce, baby.
I mean, we go to Albertsons next weekend.
Wait till we do it from the fresh seafood department. You'll be able to smell it over the radio.
Oh, they got some nice sushi over there.
Ooh, man.
Hey, Rona Wolf is the Antichrist.
Yeah, we know that. And Pete Bolger was like her assistant. 5670560, pound 5. I know who that was.
Who?
That was one of our, who was that? One of our IOD people.
Obviously.
Yeah, that was one of the Paxton people. Sounded very familiar to me. Maybe that was Andy Scourge. That was somebody we worked with. I recognized that voice. Who was that? Maybe it was the engineer. Maybe it was one of the sales holes. Huh? Maybe that was Petey Lenny. No. Who was that?
I don't know. I'm searching.
Now it's piqued my curiosity. Well, think about it. WQAM, hello.
Have a Coke and a smile, dog.
WQAM, hello.
That was one of the
QAM.
Neil, you and Ricky Williams have there, you bitch.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, how about the outcome of the last Patriots-Miami game?
Yeah, that's one. I still can't believe that. Okay.
And in closing, George, I want you inside me.
There you go, man. It's not even 1 o'clock yet, and everybody's getting propositioned. What do you want? 567
Rectum.
0560.
Wasn't ready for that.
No, I bet you weren't. I bet you he is, though. Sounded like it.
Apparently.
What historical event do you least believe could have happened? The re-election of George W. Bush? A fate worse than death itself, 155. Resurrection of Jesus, speaking of death itself, 96. He made a comeback. O.J. gets acquitted, 50. QAM gets its act together, 39. Oh, yeah, hold your breath for that one. 9/11, 38. Noah's Ark, 24, still spelled with a C. Mike Piazza gets married, 17. Man walks on the cockamoon, 13. The Holocaust, 9. The assassinations of the 60s, 5. The Heat Gets Shaq has already got a pair. How do you like that? He just got through saying it. It's already got a pair. Ricky Williams leave the Dolphins, 2. And Vietnam War, solamente uno. Still only 1. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil there.
Yes, sir, speaking. Are you like in a wind tunnel or something? Man, it's windy.
There we go. Now that's all better, huh?
There we go.
Neil, God.
Yes.
Why did I move I should have listened to you. I came down here on vacation all these years. You said, what in the hell would someone want to move here for? I moved here. You were right.
Yes, I was.
Oh,
you came in and I got out. I got out, baby.
Peters, so you're up in Canada now? What are you doing? I don't understand.
I'm around.
Okay.
I'm here, I'm there, you know.
Peterson's going to get off the hook when they appeal that thing.
Based on what?
They didn't. I mean, the evidence, the whole thing. Someone's going to overturn that thing. I mean, I think the guy was guilty. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when when another justice gets his hands on this thing, when it goes up for appeal, he's going to throw the thing out and say, "Well, these jurors were nuts." That's my prediction.
Okay, well, we'll mark it down. Thanks a lot, pal. You can get a life. Well, he's in South Florida. He's not too happy about it. Should listen to me, man. I told you, don't do it. You'll regret it. Just like the guy that called yesterday wanted to get into broadcasting. Please, don't do it. I'm begging you. I'm not joking about that. It's my best advice, especially now more than ever. Isn't that like a political slogan? Now more than ever we need somebody.
Right.
An enema? We need a political enema. That's what America needs. Stick the tube right like in the heartland. WQAM, hello. Stick the tube in Oklahoma. Hello.
We did it.
WQAM, hello.
Good afternoon, Neil.
Good afternoon, sir. Sounds like Reverend Jones.
No, it's not. Thanks, first-time caller and I'm a recent listener.
Okay.
Down from the Northeast, and I really like your show. You have a lot of nice topics and such. But a friend of mine was telling me that, and I couldn't believe it, but were you down in South Beach at like some movie theater choking the little guys?
100 years ago, choking little guys, yeah.
No, were you? Is that true, or did he make it up? Because I like.
Let me ask you this question: are you writing a book?
No, but as far as
5670560. I was choking little guys. Pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. George was there, and Hervé Villachez was next to him. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, Neil. A couple of questions for you, sir.
Yes.
That little shack drop-in you do there by Goldie, is that an actual bit that I'm... Yeah, that one. Is that a bit?
No, it's just a drop-in.
I thought I missed something or something. The other question would be more for George, this Carmen chick. Everybody thinks she's so hot, but nobody's bothered about a roast beef.
First of all, her name isn't Carmen. Her name is Carmela, and secondly, it's not lunchtime for me
We've had
yet.
extended conversations about
don't worry about roast beef, okay? Oh, and speaking of that, the Carmela picture, Carmela de Caesar today, and get it right, her name isn't Carmen, is the best one we've had so far. I can't imagine that anybody who's even a little bit hetero wouldn't be, even I'm like emotional about that. That's how good that picture is.
Right.
It don't get much better than that. But how do you like this? See, these people that are got like, gee, how come it's got that? How come the Pupik is airbrushed? You know,
I'm telling you.
Talk about these are the people from that complaining thing on the poll, you know? The complainers.
Why don't you archive it? How come
archive this, okay? Stuff it.
What I wanted.
12 minutes past noon at 560 WQM. Hey, all you horse racing and poker player fans, Pompano Park Racing and Poker is your place to be for great gambling action. Pompano Park features free admission and free general parking every day. Live harness racing in the poker room is open every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Poker starts at noon and live racing gets underway nightly at 7:25 and a p.m. Don't forget, every Monday night there's a 2 for $25 dinner special at the Top of the Park restaurant. Every Wednesday night is dollar night for draft beer, hot dogs, sodas, and more. And best of all, my personal favorite, the first Monday of every month at Pompano Park is free spaghetti dinner night. All you got to do is buy a program. That's it. They give you a little coupon, and then you go up there and manja, baby. Free spaghetti every first Monday of every month at Pompano Park. Pompano Harness is also open every day, 7 days and nights a week, featuring the best in harness, thoroughbred, highlight action from all across North America for you to watch and wager on. Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the new racing schedule, go online at PompanoPark.com or call them at 954-972-2000. Don't forget the poker room is open right now, and post time tonight, 7:25 at Pompano Park.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. Hank Goldberg, weekdays 7 to 10. Sports Radio 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Trump's our guest. And you know what? I am just a fantastic guy. Really terrific. Terre Haute, Indiana. Hello.
Hi, Larry.
Hi.
Mr. Trump, would you evict a widow on Christmas Eve if it meant you could make an extra $1 or $2?
I would do that in a heartbeat. There's no question about it. I would love to do that.
Bah humbug.
Sitka, Alaska. Hello.
Donald, were you having an affair with Bill Clinton?
Yes, I was. Actually... What's going on?
What's going on? Put out, Larry. In fact, are you going to put up with that, Trump?
No. Larry, you're fired.
Okay. So are you glad you had sex with Clinton, or do you regret it?
Somebody asked me the other day, would you have done Bill again? And the answer is absolutely yes. He's better than I anticipated.
There's your exclusive, Larry. Trump's stumps, not just for women.
So gays can use it, too. Gays can absolutely use it. I'm sure they'll love it. Clarkston, Michigan. Hello.
Donald, everyone wants to know, what's up with that hairdo? I heard that it's just one really long strand of hair wrapped around your head several thousand times. Is that true?
Good question. Well, that's true, Larry. All right. Will you please inform the public?
You bet I will.
Thank you.
Larry, reach over and tug on it. See what happens.
Okay. Come here. End of report.
12:17 at 560 WQM. We got the Mad Dog at 2, the Humper at 4. We got Curtis Stevenson, or Howard David. I didn't leave him out, did I? I say the Humper
Don't
at
leave
4?
him out. The Billboard leaves him out. You shouldn't, though.
Mo Howard David, I called him the Humper. Excuse me, Humper. Mo Howard at 4, and then Curtis Stevenson at 780K at 10. That's our lineup, and it's kind of like partly penciled in. We got new billboards, I heard.
Oh!
All right. WQAM, hello.
Yes, hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Honor to speak with you. I'm a long-time listener since 1991, pretty much nonstop, except for that time you went to Paxton and stopped using the GD word. That sort of got me pissed off at you for selling out a little bit. But anyways, I've got something for your poll.
Yeah.
My mouth.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Well, I tell you, the good stuff must have come in. Yeah, the time I went to Paxton and sold out. That's why they paid me off for 7 months to go away. That was kind of a bad deal, you know?
Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, I used to think that radio would be an exciting career, but after seeing what's going on QAM and then listening to that guy Hawk, the Connecticut School of Broadcasting,
it's
enough to make you never want to turn a radio on again.
Yeah. Okay, that was it. Short and sweet.
I guess.
5670560. They got nothing else for the poll today. Some pretty, Ricky Williams, Shaq, Ricky Williams, and that's about it. I thought there'd be like a whole bunch of things on there, wouldn't you? That were just absolutely
unbelievable.
WQAM, hello.
Do you know who I am?
WQAM, hello.
Wow.
Oh man, that was Rick Shaw. I don't think it was in quite. Just when his record was ending. WQAM, hello.
Shaquille. Oh.
WQAM, hello.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
What's those naked guys on your website?
Naked guys? Who are they?
Huh?
What naked guys?
The Supreme Court.
Oh, the Supreme Court justices.
Oh.
Get with it, okay? Get an education, get a life. That's from Jon Stewart, Comedy Central, from his book. Well, how is it possible?
How is it possible?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, now that you signed your new contract and all the problems they're having with QAM's lineup, have you ever thought about going like 10 to 6 or 11 to 7, something like that for us?
Oh, somebody told you already? 10 to 10 starts Monday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Only it's a real scam. I'm just doing 1 hour. They're just going to keep replaying it. Yes, sir.
Mark Gastineau and Ozzy Canseco, biggest flash in the pan.
Oh, okay, great. There's for the poll the other day.
This is special today.
All right. Hey, listen, it's Friday, man. I told you, we're just killing a little time for till the ratings come out at 1 o'clock. Plus that Inquirer hour, that sent them into orbit. Plus, most of these guys, they're busy looking up that picture with Jesse Monteagudo, whatever his name is. Jesse, what is it, Martinez? I don't know. What is his name? I don't know what his name is on that show.
I'm reaching for the menu. The Tijuana Taxi's here. Boy, glitzy.
I beg your pardon? Oh, Tijuana Taxi with their Mexican food is there, huh?
Oh, they brought a spread.
See, that's good. If you want to get a good plug on this show, bring in some food.
These menus are bigger than your billboards.
But they're not bigger than Jesse, though.
Well, who is?
Man,
look,
he is special.
Chili cheese sauce on the menu. I'm going to say
yeah, so what did they bring you?
It looks like everything. I ordered a chimichanga, but I think we got a lot
Chimichanga?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We can't say that on the air anymore.
No, we can say that. We just can't say chalupa. But we can say chimichanga.
We got everything.
I'm desperately searching for that.
If there weren't some
quesadillas
in here.
He calls.
I don't know what you're looking
Tommy. Come on.
Oh, is it Michael?
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is.
No, I don't like that one. I like this one better.
That's it.
Hola.
Hello.
Hola, Tommy Mottola residence.
Oh, who is this, the maid?
No, this is the wife, Talia.
I'd like to speak to Tommy Mottola.
Hello, Tommy Mottola residence. Gucci, gucci, gucci.
Charles?
No, Talia.
Talia. Let me talk to the devil.
Please hold.
Tommy.
What is it?
You got the phone.
Oh.
Phone.
Hello. Tommy Mottola speaking. This is Michael Jackson. You lost your job. Hey, I didn't lose my job. I stepped down. Oh, sure. However you want to paint the picture, whatever you have to tell yourself in order to save some sort of face, you do it. But you lost your job.
You know, actually, it's kind of nice to hear your voice.
What?
It's kind of nice to hear anybody's voice.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, can you hear that? That's my Mexican wife. Let me tell you, it was cute for maybe 5-10 minutes a day. But if I got to stay home with her every day, I'm going to go crazy.
You're getting your just desserts, Tommy Mottola, the devil.
All we do is eat Mexican food. Chimichangas, burritos, Tostitos. I got more gas than Exxon.
And you deserve to have the bloat.
Listen, Michael, I'll resurface somewhere. I'll start another label.
Sure you will, so you can destroy the career of other budding artists.
Are we going to Chevy?
Yes, honey, we're going to Chevy.
Thank you very much.
All right. Oh, jeez. If it's not Chevy's, it's Chi-Chi's. If it's not Chi-Chi's, it's what's that drive-in place?
I don't know what you're talking about. I called to berate you, and all I'm getting is dribble and chimichanga. Admit it, I was the reason you were forced to be fired.
Right, I know, because I'm very, very, very devilish.
I want to live in America. I want to live in America.
You're living in America, all right? Hey, look, Mikey, I gotta go, okay? I gotta take her over to Taco Bell.
Chevy!
Okay.
Chevy's, you want to come with us?
No, I don't want to be seen with you. You are the devil. Though at this point, I am finding myself having some sympathy for you.
All right. I gotta go there, Mikey. Let me tell you something. If I were to fart right now, half the neighborhood would go up. Goodbye.
Or maybe they could just go over to Mickey D's with Cato and OJ and do a drug deal in the parking lot. 1224 at 560 WQAM. I want you to understand, OJ did not do drugs. I understand he didn't do steroids, didn't do like cocaine.
They did
not do any of that evil stuff, right?
Right. And he didn't kill those people.
Of course not. Line 9, hello.
I got one for you, Paul.
Yes, sir.
QAM pays the payroll to the employees on time.
Not bad. That would be part of getting their act together, okay? We don't want to do too much QAM on it.
No. We shouldn't pile on in their time.
Don't pile on the Beasleys, okay? They got enough heavy baggage already. Trust me, they're drowning in it. WQAM, hello.
Floyd Venable Jr. out!
Wait, what was he going to say?
Oh, I can't imagine. I think he was going to say him, something like that. Floyd Venable Jr., Leroy P. There are only two, but you've heard that too, the same guy. That's it. Harness racing, baby. Let's do a show on harness racing. Oh! And then we'll do a hockey show.
Oh!
Yeah, and then we'll get Rimmer on.
Oh!
And then we'll go out of business. Wow. Floyd Venable Jr. Dark blue silks, by the way. I can remember those colors. Man, my mind is so full of crap, you know what? Even a latrine has never come close to being as full of crap as my mind is. Just littered and cluttered with useless garbage. Harness racing trivia, hockey trivia, cockeye, all kinds of stuff. And also recent photos that I've seen in the Inquirer. Hey.
Oh, is that where you put it?
Yeah, that's where I stuck it temporarily, okay? I'm sticking it between two other sheets.
Get your fix with Neil Rogers. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
The motion picture Meet the Fockers made $163 million in just 12 days. So we're getting ready to do another one. We've basically just rewritten the first two movies with the same old jokes since no one seems to notice. And we're calling it Meet the Fockers Friends. The whole cast returns with the addition of Paris Hilton as Frida Focker and Vern Troyer as Cindy Lou Focker, the smallest Focker. Then, get ready for some exciting news. Next year, another Focker First as we present Meet the Fockers Friends. We've signed Harvey Fierstein to play gay Uncle Flip Focker and former New Jersey Governor Jim McGreevey to play his husband Fred Focker. Don't miss the hilarity when Flip and Fred Focker fall face first into a fiery firecracker fire. But they're okay. They're Fockers. Then things really get funny when Mother Focker catches the boys making gay love on the Focker front porch swing. We're going to pretty much milk the Fockers for all they're worth. Plus, you'll hear all the same jokes like, I have nipples, Greg, can you milk me? And I'm going to take you down to Chinatown. Meet the Fockers Friends and Meet the Fockers Friends coming soon to a Focker theater near you.
12:30 at 560. That's probably Joyce's favorite movie. Limbaugh asked High Court to return records to his doctors. You know, Rush, pill pop and hypocrite Rush. Rush Limbaugh asked the Florida Supreme Court yesterday to return his medical records to his doctors and permanently keep them from prosecutors investigating his use of painkillers. All those oxys he was popping there back in the day when they were making him go deaf and things like that and lose a lot of weight. Limbaugh alleges that his privacy was violated when the records were seized in 2003 and has fought to keep them sealed. Lower courts have sided with prosecutors who are investigating whether Limbaugh engaged in doctor shopping or illegally visiting several doctors to receive duplicate prescriptions. Limbaugh wants the state Supreme Court to decide that patients should be notified before their medical records are seized or inspected. The state has acknowledged that as a matter of strategy, it made no good faith effort to comply with these requirements, Limbaugh's attorney Roy Black said in a statement. They've admitted that they intentionally chose to bypass the notice and hearing requirements so they could leaf through all of his medical records looking for something to charge. Suppression of the records is the only fair remedy. Prosecutors insist that giving Limbaugh notice of their plan to seize the records would have compromised their investigation. Assistant State Attorney Jim Martz has said the legislature has protected law enforcement's ability to conduct criminal investigations. He had no immediate comment yesterday. He wants those records back, those doctor shopping records. Once Wilma Supply ran dry, it was bye-bye. Now let's go find a few dozen doctors, right?
Right.
But it doesn't make any difference. It's just like Bill O'Reilly, with all that hanky-panky and all of that. No, nobody cares.
Yeah,
nobody gives a crap, WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Biggest shocking story. George stole $2,000 and you want them the money to pay it back.
I beg your pardon?
When George stole the $2,000...
From who? Who George steal $2,000 from?
The strip club.
The what?
And then you left.
Now we got a news story. That's a good one. The Inquisition starts Monday. Wow. WQAM, hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay, Pally.
So, Justin for the poll?
Yep.
Elvis Presley didn't die?
What historical event you lead? Yeah, okay. Elvis Presley didn't die. Okay, like I said, they're not calling with any more suggestions because there aren't any. Wow. Was that a little lame or what?
A bit.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Got a spy report and a comment for you.
Yeah.
Leaving Miami, there's that billboard of Joe Rose and Dan Le Batard.
Dan Le Bastard, yes?
Yeah, Dan Le Bastard.
I've seen it.
All the birds seem to accumulate on both those guys' heads, and it almost looks like they got white little yarmulkes on their caps from all the crap.
Yeah, they're both Jewish, by the way.
Nope. See that?
Yeah.
And second, I was going to say that Jeffrey Lurier's wife stood up to keep...
Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, they're all coming out today, baby. This must all be the Cheap Channel crowd. They're getting ready for the ratings, and they know that IOD is going to lose that big September, so they must be in mourning over there now. That's why the whole Cheap Channel, the IOD crowd is out there, and some of the Paxson people who probably are slopovers with them. Usually these are inside calls, from Matty Bell and his boyfriends, but this is a different crowd today. FBI grills Jack Kemp about Iraqi contract. Former vice presidential candidate Jack Kemp. A lot of questions about Jack Kemp, too, by the way. Oh, no. Has been questioned by the FBI about his dealings with an Iraqi-American businessman who this week became the target of the first Justice Department criminal indictment in the UN oil for food scandal, Newsweek has learned. Kemp confirmed yesterday that the FBI interviewed him last October about his contacts with Samir A. Vincent, a Northern Virginia oil trader who on Tuesday pled guilty to 4 criminal charges, including violating U.S. sanctions against Iraq and failing to register with the Justice Department as an agent of Saddam Hussein. Specifically, the indictment states that Vincent illegally lobbied U.S. officials on behalf of the Iraqi government and received in exchange, along with unidentified co-conspirators, millions of dollars in cash, as well as allocations for more than 9 million barrels of Iraqi crude oil under the Oil for Food program. Sources familiar with the investigation say that Kemp, who was Bob Dole's running mate in '66, had a number of contacts with Vincent, which have been closely scrutinized by federal prosecutors. The contacts began in the late 1990s when Vincent, who justice officials say was secretly acting as an Iraqi government agent, approached Kemp and offered to work with him on a plan that could have led to the easing of sanctions on Saddam's regime. Over several years, continuing till 2003, Vincent talked to Kemp roughly once a month about his proposal to improve U.S.-Iraqi relations, according to Kemp and Lanny Davis, a Washington lawyer and friend of Kemp's, who discussed the matter with him and offered to speak for him to Newsweek on this matter. Davis, who was the former White House special counsel to Clinton, said the discussion took place when Vincent would either come by Kemp's office in Washington or call him on the phone. Maybe it was just his boyfriend.
Yay.
Jack Kemp, huh? A lot of rumors about that. Well, there's all kinds of rumors about everybody, Everybody's got something, right?
Right.
5670560, pound 560 on a Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Ratings at 1. Oh, yeah. How's that Cheap Channel crowd going to do at 1 o'clock? Then they will fear us, man, at 1 o'clock in spite of all. See, that's the amazing thing, In spite of the incompetence of our management, in spite of the lies, the hysteria, the just total state of disarray, the disgruntled employees, all of the phony baloney contract negotiations, in spite of all of these things, we're still going to kick their ass. You'll see. We're still going to do just fine. And as far as that new ESPN thing is concerned, let me say it again. They got Joe Rose. That's it. End of story. That's what they got. Show us what else you got, I mean, the Mad Dog thing continues, and we hope to salvage him. We pray. But for right now, as of January 21, 1945, am I right? That's all they got, Joe Rose.
Yeah. Well.
What historical event do you least believe could have happened? Resurrection of George W. Bush. I mean, re-election of George W. Bush.
Not yet.
Oh, bad.
Jesus Christ.
183. Re-election of Jesus. Resurrection of Jesus, 120. Yeah, who died and elected him? O.J. gets acquitted, 59. 9/11/44. Who died and elected you, Savior, huh? QM gets its act together, 42. Noah's Ark with a K, very nice, 31. Mike Piazza gets married, 20. Man Walks on the Moon, 16. The Holocaust, 9. Ricky Williams bails out, 5. Assassinations of the 60s, JFK, RFK, MLK, 5. The Heat get Shaq has only got a pair. I thought that was going to take off. Thank God it didn't. And the Vietnam War's only got 1 out of 537 vote. WQAM, hello.
I'm a homo?
WQAM, hello. Sounds like it. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
You maricón son.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
What's cracking?
What do you
What's George stealing 2,000 from the strip club?
Oh, it's that time again. They're all sitting around a little circle in the living room now. What's his name? Vernon is the pivot man, whose real name is Julio.
Who's Vernon?
Faxer. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Question. I didn't hear
this. This must be Gary Sarner. Question.
That was,
question. Anybody who begins a sentence with question, and only Gary Sarner is the only schmuck I know who does that. But go ahead.
Oh, Neil. Did you get you got feedback on the new billboards, right? With the three of you up there?
Well, we didn't get any feedback on it. George told me about it this morning. We got the new billboard with the Humper and me and Mad Dog. Conspicuously, Mo isn't on a billboard. I guess he flipped his lid.
But, they have it written down where it says mornings, middays, and afternoons. And I guess you keep saying Mad Dog is still not taken care of. I guess the Mo-Meister could finally get his name there if it doesn't work out, but I hope it does.
Oh, we pray it does.
Right on. Hey, Neil, I'm sorry. I sent you, would you still promote that Howard Dean thing next Monday if I sent you the updated information?
Sure.
Okay, man.
Why wouldn't I do that?
Well, because the ratings are coming out, man, and I can't wait to hear how you're slamming everybody.
It's not going to take the whole... Well, I got it right here. You don't have to send it back again. I got it right here. I'll do it right now.
They changed the venue. That's why I'm going to have to fax you the different location. It's still in Miami Beach, but they have a different location.
Well, just tell me what it is. Do it right on here. I'll write it down.
I'm driving in a car, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
hey,
fax
Neil,
it.
From that rejoin with Ira Winderman, what were you trying to say? He's got both feet in the closet?
Ira Winderman's in the closet? Oh, he sounds like it, but he's
Come on, man. The way you came back with those rejoins, you must have been saying that.
I don't even know Ira Winderman. I know he's the basketball guy that Hank has on all the time, but I know nothing about him.
Oh, okay.
What did the rejoin say? Oh, I know what it was. No, that wasn't about Ira Winderman. No, that was...
That damn faggot. I can't stand it.
Is that the one? No, I cue those up before the break starts. Have a great day, Pally. Just stay away from Ira. Wow, everybody's gay. How do you like that? I better be real careful about what I play and what I say, and you know what I'm saying? Wow.
What you gay.
Exactly, because... I have heard Ira a couple times. He does sound a little, But he's got a wife. He's a real macho guy. He's a basketball guy. We would never impugn his masculinity, would we? I know nothing about him. But if you know
I know less.
Right.
I know this food is really good.
Although I was the one who told you about the weather fairy on Channel 7. I was the first one during that spate of hurricanes that we had.
Well,
and long before that.
You got that weather radar.
Yeah. Just kind of had our tentacles out there and got that drift. During the hurricane, man, when all that blowing was going on over there at Channel 7, right behind the building. 20 till 1 at 560 QAM.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Thank you, baby.
Crapco Records presents for the first time anywhere a fabulous 2-record collection of pop music's greatest stutterers like Boston Turner Overdrive. The incomparable David Bowie. The greatest names in pop music stammering and stuttering their way to the top of this one amazing record offer, The Who. Those Jacksons. Prince. 3 generations of great stutters and stammers. Will throw in a fabulous collection called Grunts and Groans with James Brown, Kenny Rogers, Pat Benatar, plus many more. If you tried to buy these records, they probably put you away. You can only get them from Crapco, Grunts and Groans, plus Stutters and Stammers. From Crapco, where we say, if you'll buy this, you'll buy anything.
That's what we say at QAM. 16 till 1 at 560 WQAM. Ratings in a few minutes, baby. It's going to be really scintillating. And it, as Danny Gallivan would say, a scintillating something. Isn't that what he would say?
Who?
Wonder if we got any hockey on right now. Oh, we got Leafs lunch.
Nashville Predators player rep Jim McKenzie up next.
Oh, great. Can't wait to hear that. Aren't you just jonesing to hear more about the NHL and about hockey? Here's the first race at Gulfstream about to go off with the very unctuous Vic Stouffer calling the race.
Fury's song.
Yeah. See, Tom Jicka's out in California getting wined and dined with those new TV shows. And here I got the first race from Gulfstream by a long distance. How do you like that?
Shogun Empire. 2 more now.
Yeah.
Dragging the Pot.
Yeah, drag this.
Spider Joe.
Here's the first race at Gulfstream. Now, are we supposed to have this on live? Is this, I don't know about this.
What, you think
see
it's
what I'm
illegal?
saying?
Are we
Well, no, I don't know. It's not illegal, but I mean...
he's going to say a word?
No, he's not going to say anything grotesque unless one of the names of the horses is like something really bad, you know. Come on, let's go. Open that gate. I can't stand thoroughbred racing. Every these skitterish damn horses are China dolls.
Soon after the start, Spider Joe, a hard scent indicating, and...
Boy, is he weak, man. He is so weak. Anyway, speaking of weak, a woman in northeastern Brazil, I'm sure you've seen a picture of this gigantic, with this mammoth baby.
No.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen
Sao Paulo,
mammoth
Brazil?
baby.
I saw it.
Oh.
16 pounds, right?
Wow.
You guys are eating.
It's so good. Can we plug these people?
Please, give a nice plug before I talk about the huge baby, because pretty soon you're going to be huge, too.
Baby. Tijuana Taxi Company, 4400 South University Drive in Davie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. It's phenomenal. He brought troughs of food in for everybody.
Great. And what do you got? Like, besides chimichangas and chalupas?
Like char-broiled chicken and beef for fajita fixins, and he's got all kinds of cheese and chicken dishes, and he brought hot wings and all kinds of sauces, green, red, yellow.
So in other words, I could have enjoyed that too without eating the wrappings. You
right.
know,
the strips of beef and chicken are phenomenal. Like, char-broiled, where you can actually taste, the char. It's great. Yeah.
Oh,
phenomenal.
God.
I like it.
Oh, God. Anyway, I'm not eating lunch today. I'm not having no ice cream. No, I got some cashews.
I'm not eating dinner now.
If you have irritable bowel, by the way, nuts are really bad for you. They just tear your stomach up.
Really?
But they're
write that down.
A woman in... Oh, that's right. You got irritable bowel. Don't be eating a lot of nuts. I'm telling you right now.
No more.
I just can't... I can't stop with the nuts.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, that's why I got this picture sitting here. It's Jessie. I want to be Jessie's girl. I mean...
I love eating nuts.
A woman in northeastern Brazil has given birth to what one doctor called a giant baby, a boy weighing 16.7 pounds.
Oh, my God.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Wow. Francisco Ramos dos Santos, 38, gave birth to the healthy boy. I wonder if he's akin to Jose Santos. Gave birth to the healthy boy named Ademilton on Tuesday. That's the name, Ademilton, Ademilton, on Tuesday at a hospital in Salvador, 900 miles northeast of Sao Paulo. He was the largest baby born at the Albert Sabin Maternity Hospital in its 12-year history, the hospital said. Obviously, the baby was born by Carmela cesarean section. Oh. Hospital director Rita Lidl said both mother and baby are doing just fine, she said.
Oh, we're fine.
Ademilton could truly be considered a giant baby, for he was born weighing what a 6-month-old baby normally weighs, pediatrician Luis Sena Azul told the Correio de Bahia newspaper. Let's see, that's in Brazil where they speak Portuguese, right?
Si.
I'm sorry. Santos has 4 other children, ages 9, 12, 14, and 15, who were born weighing between 7.7 and 11 pounds. She got a bunch of fat babies. And, of course, the Pope is pleased because she's a baby maker in Brazil. They like that. Schlep there with your last few pesos, man, and give it to the Pope. Give it to the church. Put it in the plate. Schlep there on your hands and knees and stick those pesos in there while you keep procreating and making all these unwanted babies that you can't take care of. She knew Ademilton would be a big baby, but not this big, Leal said. She and her husband in the hospital were caught by surprise. The average weight for newborns in Brazil is 7.7 pounds for boys and 6.6 pounds for girls. And this baby was born weighing 16.7 pounds, which is like the average of one boy and one girl put together, and then some. And there's a picture of Ademilton here, a big, chubby baby like Dom DeLuise. Now what he says in the movie, hey, Ma, how do you like your chubby baby now?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Oh. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. The pressure is mounting. I bet you that all the radio people in South Florida are gathered around their radios, just like we used to do back in the 40s before TV, man, the late 40s. Gathered around the radio like on Sunday night to listen to Judy Canova and whatever else, Suspense, whatever was on. That was quite a time. Can you even begin to imagine what life would be like with no television?
Oh, no, thank you.
Josh? No. You're laughing, see? Life before television. How did you people survive? And, of course, then you take that several steps further. Life before the airplane. Life before automobiles. Life before electricity. Can you even begin to imagine?
How Amish can you get?
Yeah, and look at the Greeks and the Romans and the Egyptians, how advanced in those pyramids that the Egyptians built. All these things they accomplished with no electricity.
Well, the Greeks and the Romans had a lot of diversions.
Yeah.
To keep life interesting.
Rectum.
Among others.
So let me ask you, when are you paying back that $2,000? See, I didn't even know about that yet. Oh, of course, suppose you want to check now. I'll tell you where to get that
No,
$2
but
grand.
what? Yeah, wait.
Listen, I'll tell you where to get the $2 grand. Stan Major.
Oh, okay, yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Neil God.
That was one of Maddie Bell's boyfriends on that call, by the way. Yes, sir.
Hey, got one for the poll. The assassination of JFK.
Oh, it's on there. Thank you. The assassination of the 60s, we lumped them all together because there were 3, which was really shocking, but evidently, well, it's an age thing, you know. If you weren't around when it happened, I guess you couldn't be all that shocked, right?
Right.
Only 5 votes for that. It's been on there right from the get-go. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Your poll wouldn't be complete without the virgin birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
It's on there, man. It's number 2 with a bullet. Well, not the birth, but the death part. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon. I'm telling you, man, there must be something in the water. Maybe Jim Jones is in town, you think?
With
or
Kool-Aid?
maybe it's Mike Piazza getting ready for that wedding.
Yay.
That might be it. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
I got one for your poll.
Yep.
Howard David gets rid of his rug.
Howard, that is a good one. I like that. Howard
Right.
David flips his lid. However you want to put it on there. Howard David tosses the muskrat.
Retires.
Right? No, not retires. They're going to think that's something else.
No,
Don't
retires
retire,
muskrat.
Mo. We don't want Mo to retire. We just want him 2 to 4 and Mad Dog 4 to 7 where he belongs. It's not going to change next week. It doesn't appear, barring some kind of last-minute development here, because we got all next week's schedule. And it looks kind of a clean and pristine and mean to me. It's still doing the big 5 to 7. The Humper.
Hey, stupid!
7 to 10. Us 10 to 2. Mad Dog 2 to 4.
All right.
Mo Howard David.
Absolutely.
4 to 7. Yoli, a couple of days, 7 to 10 night. Then we got that hurricane crap stuff. And then Curtis Stevenson, look at that. Maybe Curtis is doing permanent Friday 7 to 10. That's a good idea. Curtis is good on here. That spot he does is grotesque and an abortion, but that one for gold, a cold finger?
Yeah.
Mad Dog told me that Curtis had a cold finger. I don't know what he meant by that. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know that guy that George stole the $2 grand from.
Yeah, okay, good. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Have one for your poll, sir.
Really?
Near and dear to your heart, too.
Yeah.
Our Red Sox went on to beat the Yankees and break the curse.
Red Sox win the World Series. Okay, you got it, man. That is unbelievable. It is positively.
Unbelievable.
Red Sox finally win the World Series, right? Josh would agree with that. George don't care because he's just Mr. militantly anti-sports. It's sports.
No, I have a life and I don't watch other people play games.
Oh, get out of here. Just because you have a life doesn't mean you can't enjoy a little, athletic constipation and participation.
Yeah,
and a little
participation.
ass slapping. Little ass slapping and jockstrap flapping.
No, thank you.
You won't be watching those big games this weekend, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. You won't be watching that?
What?
And, of course, at 6:30 Sunday, you won't be watching the New England defending Super Bowl champion Patriots take on the Pittsburgh Steelers right there in Pittsburgh. Shame on you. WQAM, hello.
Poll mental people.
WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Happy Friday.
Back to you.
SpongeBob SquarePants being protested by
Yay.
the religious right.
Yeah, we know. We had that story on yesterday. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. And President Lincoln still said the play was pretty good in spite of all the other disturbance that went on. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
This is one I think may fit on your poll. How about the Cubans making Miami what it is today? Does that work?
That's not an event.
I can't believe that happened, but it did.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a lot of pole grabbing going on out there.
It's nice to share.
Man, oh man, holy tamale, or whatever you got there. Well, maybe in April when I'm there, they'll actually come in because I'm doing shows in the studio for a week in April. I know it's unusual.
Shocking.
Oh,
Put
we'll
that
have
on
it
the
again
poll.
soon. Huh?
Let's put that on the poll.
What? That I'm going to actually do some shows in the studio? Well, let's see if I don't change my mind first. And there are certain people, by the way, when I'm there that week that I absolutely don't want to see. Write it down as a reminder on your wrist. Don't be coming around there, glad-handing and smiling and put on like Greg and Maddie Bell and Fat Boy. Wow. You should have been there the morning that you were on vacation when the Beast was filling in, auditioning for your job. And Fat Boy, it was a setup job. Josh was there. He's seen it.
I did.
A setup job. I'm going to go in there and really get him worked up. Yeah. Blow it out your ass, Fat Boy. Go sell a spot if that's possible, okay? Go out there and do some work, you tub of crap. And quit raiding the candy closet. Speaking of closets. WQAM, hello.
What up, Neil?
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, Pally.
Hey, just wanted to call and let you know I'm not going to be renewing my Dolphin season tickets in honor of the Mad Dog. because the Mad Dog didn't get paid for 2003 from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So
Is that what he said?
I'm yesterday I listened to his show. They still owe him from 2003, and I'm sure 2004, which he didn't even mention. And QAM wrote him a letter stating that if the Dolphins didn't pay them, that they would own up and pay him, and they still haven't done that. So I'm boycotting them. I'm not going to renew. If they're going to screw over the Mad Dog, they'll screw me over.
All right. Well, they already have done the last part, believe me.
Yeah, and they don't have a team anyway, so.
Unless you missed last season. Okay, good luck to you, Pally. And by the way, you won't find out too much of what's going to happen with the Dolphins because Nick Saban says, I'm not talking, is what he says. That seems to me like kind of a hard-ass attitude. I mean, he's entitled to do whatever he wants, but I read about that in Barry Jackass this morning. And his big meet and greet with Hank and Mo and Mad Dog and all the rest of the media the other day. It's like, I'm not going to tell you nothing, you know. Unlike the Wannstedt era, when Wannstedt was like pop, 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 like that, he just wants to improve the team, win a lot of games, and mum's the word. You see that, Josh?
No.
Oh, well, now you know it. He's just going to zip his lip, is what he says. Which, nobody really cares so much about that. Let's see what kind of a team they put together. Let's see whom he acquires. Let's see what they do to solve the quarterback situation, you know? They got some serious problems. Their offensive line is pretty offensive. They ain't got no running back, and their defense is on the field 75% of the games. So they're like, even as though they got a few good players. Junior Seau ain't going to be back, is he?
Probably.
No, probably what? He will be?
Yeah, maybe.
Get out of here. He's making too much money, that old tub, man. Get out of town. See, you're really a what team did you say you like?
I like the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Hey, man.
Wow. And don't forget, the Bucks stop here.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Oh boy, it's the 1 to 2 hour.
This holiday season, give your loved ones the DVD collection everyone's talking about. No, not that one. We're talking about the lost classic that combines Invasion of the Body Snatchers with The Godfather into the world's only space alien crime drama, The Podfather.
Someday I will ask you for a favor, but for right now, just put this pod under your bed and go to sleep.
Hang you, Podfather. I'm so sleepy.
The Podfather. He started as a poor Italian immigrant and somehow, overnight, became a completely different person. A pod person.
It wasn't supposed to be like this, Michael. I wanted you to be Senator Corleone, Governor Corleone, not inhuman, bloodthirsty space alien Corleone.
The Podfather. It's the sleeper DVD of the year that will keep you awake all night.
Can't wait. It's a minute after 1. Boy, those ratings are going to be coming in any minute, any second. And won't it be a real thing, huh? Uh-oh. I got that ready. I'm prepared. By the way, it's minus 20 Celsius here. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. Just don't go outside. That's all. Warren Buffett sees no way down but down for U.S. dollar.
Oh, my God.
Oh, brother. The dollar cannot avoid further declines against other major currencies unless the U.S. trade and current account deficits improve. Legendary investor and businessman Warren Buffett said, full brother to Jimmy Buffett. Didn't Jimmy Buffett just die?
No.
Come on. Who was the Buffett? Not the Jimmy Buffett from Cheeseburger in Paradise. What's the other guy that just died? Somebody Buffett.
Little Miss Buffett.
Little Miss Buffett. I think over time, unless we have a major change in trade policies, I don't see how the dollar avoids going down. The world's second richest individual told CNBC. I guess after Bill Gates, huh?
Right.
After V. Gates. I don't know when it happens. I don't have any idea whether it'll be this month or next year or the year after. But we're force-feeding dollars onto the rest of the world at a rate of close to a couple of $1 billion a day, and that's going to weigh heavily on the dollar, he said. Oh, God. Buffett noted the record U.S. deficit of $164.7 billion in the third quarter of 2004 in the current account, which measures trade and investment flows, and it blows. Buffett, nicknamed the Oracle of Omaha for his investment acumen, has a net worth of some $41 billion, second only to Microsoft chief Bill Gates. See, I told you, according to Forbes magazine. But he said he saw few opportunities in the near term. I'm having a hard time finding things to buy, if that says anything about the market. He said, if I find something tomorrow to buy, I don't give a thought as to whether the market is going up. I barrel in if he finds something to buy. He just runs in there with both hands. Like Greg Reed, you know, making a deal. Runs in there with, jumps in the pool with both feet. So what do you think? Have we got anybody running in there with any numbers yet? It's 3 minutes after 1.
No, not yet. I better plug the fax machine back in.
Got to do what? Oh, you're like redoing the fax machine?
Yeah, I'm plugging it back in.
Oh, I see, because my fax machine is A-OK, baby. It is ready to rock and roll. I got a pile of fax paper. I got a new toner cartridge in there. I got my new drum rocking and rolling. My fax machine is all prepared, ready for some good news, or maybe some bad news, or maybe some horrendous news, or who knows. Got him yet?
No.
Oh. Bad news from the sports world. We don't want to get sports intensive again because the audience gets real surly when we do that. McGrady sued over Rottweiler attack. Did you see this, Josh?
No. But
Houston Rockets star Tracy McGrady is being, you know who that is?
Of course.
Is being sued by a man who had the tip of his nose bitten off by the player's Rottweiler last year. Fred Chamberlain. What a great basketball name. Fred Chamberlain, 57, was working at McGrady's home in southwest Orange County, that's in Florida, near Orlando, August 24th, when the Dag attacked him. The lawsuit asking for unspecified damages was filed Wednesday in Orange County Circuit Court. What we want is for a jury to decide what's fair as far as paying Fred for what's come out of his pocket, both in the past and in the future, Chamberlain's attorney, Eric Faddis, said Thursday. He's definitely going to need more plastic surgery. We've got to be sure he has the resources to pay. McGrady employed Chamberlain as a home maintenance engineer at his 18,000-square-foot mansion. The two-time scoring champion played for Orlando for 4 years before being traded to the Rockets last summer. McGrady in Orlando on Thursday to play his former team acknowledged his dog attacked Chamberlain and nearly bit his nose off. I feel terrible, McGrady said. I didn't think he had it in him. McGrady said his pet is a very vicious dog, but that he's usually nice. Yeah, like O.J. He's very vicious, but he's usually nice, like signing autographs. That was so great. When the Bills game, I still can't get over that. The guy that was he was signing autographs in the stands, O.J., and somebody yells down, "Look out, he's got a knife." Was that it?
At the Orange Bowl.
Where did I say it was?
The Bills game.
Oh, at the Orange Bowl game. I said the Bills game. Excuse me, that's USC. I'm sorry. Anyways, usually nice. He didn't have the dog euthanized after the attack, even though he's bit the guy's nose off. According to Faddis, Chamberlain was attacked on the second floor of the mansion after climbing a flight of stairs. When Max jumped him, Chamberlain fell backward down the 11 stairs. Ooh, I feel whiplash now, not only the nose. Don't you? Even I can feel it. The dog was trained to attack on command, and Fred has no idea why it chose to attack him. That's a real good message for all you people out there. If anybody ever, like, especially with the kind of crap driving in South Florida, anybody ever rear ends you?
Rectum.
I mean, like in a car. Always remember one thing: whiplash. Just keep that in mind.
Oh. Ooh.
And then remember some of those toll-free numbers for those ambulance-chasing lawyers that we got all over. Just keep watching local TV. You'll see a lot of them. Oh, I mentioned this yesterday. I never got into it. Now, thank God, we got a minute before those ratings start coming in. Oh, are they in yet?
No.
Oh. Blaming a computer software error, the government says it overstated the nation's weight problem in a widely reported study last year that said obesity was about to overtake smoking as the number one cause of death in the U.S. And so I celebrated that by going out and giving that Nestle's Turtle ice cream with those nice chunks in it yesterday. The study, conducted by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and published last month in the Journal of American Medical Association, said that obesity-related deaths climbed between 1990 and 2000 to 400,000 a year, an increase of 100,000. In Wednesday's issue of the Journal, the government ran a correction saying the increase was a more modest 65,000 deaths or so, not an increase of 100,000. Okay? So that's 35,000 people who didn't die yet from fat. In a statement Tuesday, CDC Director Dr. Julie Gerberding said the agency regretted that the computer error was not discovered earlier. Integrity is a core value of CDC, and the integrity of our, unlike the FDA, where lying is the name of the game, and the integrity of our science must be protected. She said, we're improving our internal scientific review processes, including moving toward the adoption of electronic review processes, yada, yada, yada. Despite the correction, the agency said the finding that obesity is a major cause of death still stands. The combination of diet, physical inactivity, and tobacco are all leading causes of death, causing far more than a majority of total deaths in this country. In the year 2000, said Donna Stroup, acting director of the CDC's Coordinating Center for Health Promotion. Regardless of the controversy, it's clear for these people that there are three underlying causes of death most important to the country. Let me say them again. What are they? Diet, physical inactivity, and tobacco. Smoking them faggots. The errors in the study were discovered soon after it was published. Yada, yada. How do you like that, huh? So fat's bad, not quite as fat as we thought. How are those ratings coming?
I'm holding them full plus as I speak.
Oh, I knew it.
Oh, you want them?
Yeah, I want it all, baby.
All right.
I want it all. That's what I told Jesse. I want it all, sweetheart. All right. Now, 12 plus we won't be number one, but let me make our prediction. Somewhere along the line, QM will be number one.
Duff said it looks good.
All right.
And the ratings, too.
Oh, well, he would know if it looked good. Hey, don't let him get the Inquirer, okay? You won't see him for a couple of weeks. In fact, I may just have to take a hiatus. Now, I mean, I've seen Miguel, not our Miguel, but I'm talking about Jesse, whatever this actor's name. What is his name? Something about Julio. And I've seen him running around naked on Passions many times, and I was very impressed. But this picture it's like the pictures we got of Carmelo, You got to be impressed. You got to say, hey, what's not to like about that? Let's go hang it out together, Speaking of Carmelo, don't forget, be sure, whatever you do, I know it's Friday, it's busy, it's the weekend, they got big footballs coming up, all that crap. Don't forget to take a puke at this. Impressive. Carmelo de Cesare, de Caesar. Okay, I hear the fax machine making that yawning sound, okay? And Duff says it's looking pretty good. All right. How do you like that? We're number something, baby. Yeah.
Number one, damn it!
I got a great scam to kill the whole hour. I'll just read page by page. How would that be?
Why not?
Let me get my stapler ready here. I got my own little operation going. Let's see, Monday through Sunday, 6 a.m. to midnight. WHQT, hot is still number one. They were 5-4 in the summer. They were 6-3 in fall. WHQT, they're not so hot in my book, but they're hot in your book. WCMQ-FM, FAMA, 4.2 up to a 5.2 from number 8 to number 2. This looks like a Julio book to me. Yeah, spose and schroes, baby, as they say in the business. Life, WLYF, 5.2 to a 4.9. Power, 4.5 up to a 4.9. That should keep your friend Matty Bell happy, although he's making crank calls to you today about that $2,000 you owe him.
I owe him.
Yeah. Well, he'll take it under the table, and you'll have to pay back the other.
What about the money?
EDR, he takes it under the table. EDR, 4.6 to a 4.8. This is 12+, which is the whole audience. XDJ is kind of flat. WIOD, uh-oh, look at that. They went way up. How's that possible? Don't tell me they got a kiss in this thing, too. 3.3 to a 4.2. Of course, that's 12+. WMIB, Men in Black, 3.7 to a 4.2. Radio Mambi, 4.3 down to a 3.8. Oh, how the mighty have fallen now. Radio Mambi. Where the hell's QAM on here already? 12+. 2.0 to a 2.8. A 2 point to a 2.8, which doesn't sound all that impressive, but 22nd to tie for 16th. See, because 12+ includes all the old farts. It includes teeny bopper, punky people we don't have listening. Kiss, 3.0 to a 2.8, kind of flat. Okay. This is all 12. Now we're going to get like, wow, this is going to take a long time then this way, right?
Yeah, I got the other ones too.
What do you got?
Persons, 18 to 34. Damn.
Well, do we care about that much? Persons? What is this? Is this like
the order they're coming in,
Oh, my God. Who cares about this? Now, let's take a look at ESPN Radio. Now, this, again, doesn't mean too much. But if they made like some kind of a big jump in there, we can start peeing in our pants big time. Let's see. Party Radio, 3.1 to a 2.0. How do you like that? That doesn't sound too impressive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Go upside the pot up.
Where the hell's that Disney thing?
Oh, you can play that We're Number One thing again.
Oh, I can?
Yes.
We're number one in something?
Permission.
Don't tell anybody that. Wait.
We're number
Don't spoil the suspense, okay? Don't spoil the suspense. Everybody in radio and the market's listening right now. What did Magic do? They always want to know how Magic went.
Why?
3.2 to a 3.3, 12+ flat. Up a hair. They went up a hair. And if Ricky Ticky ever took that cap off, you might find out that he's got a hair there. Just one. Just like Donald Trump. One big long strand of hair. Not that I'm one to talk about that. Okay, let's see. 6 a.m. to midnight. I'm looking for, what am I looking for? What are the caller to see? I don't know, Waxy. Oh, my God. Look at the improvement they made. A dramatic rise from a 0.3 to a 0.6. Mr. Ego Station, W, the station with horse with no name. A 0.3 to a 0.5. Wow, impressive. How do you like that? WFTL, isn't that 850? I don't know what that is. It went from a 0.0 to a 0.3. Oh, must be Defo, but he's gone now. He must have been responsible for that huge jump, right? Keep in mind, our mornings is going to be Howard Sperm. Hail to Howard. Oh, we better do the break, right? So we got lots of stuff coming.
We're number one!
Oh, we kicked some real smelly ass is what I'm hearing from Duff. He knows about smelly ass. 113 at 560 WQM. Hey, resolve yourself to a better night's sleep in 2005 by calling 1-800-MATTRESS right now. And don't forget, nothing's got a bigger impact on your daily health, on your well-being and productivity, on just generally the way you feel all around than a good night's sleep. And you can get one tonight and for years to come from our friends at Dial a Mattress by calling 1-800-MATTRESS right now. If your mattress is more than 10 years old, or it's getting saggy or lumpy in your mattress too, it's time for a new one. Choose from the complete line of Sealy, Serta, Simmons King Coil, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns and Bananas Foster. Dial a Mattress takes same-day orders all day long from Kendall to Stewart, from Palm Beach to Fort Myers. And like I've been telling you for years, they've got a delivery deal that's unmatchable. You still pick the date and 2-hour delivery window when you want your mattress delivered, and they show up on time 99.7% of the time. How can you beat that? Dial a Mattress won the 2004 Better Business Bureau Local Torch Award for Excellence. I've been using these folks for years, and you'll be doing it too once you use them the first time. So instead of wasting your time, gas, and money in your bedding or department stores, sit there on your fat, ugly ass, pick up the phone and make one easy call. They'll be there when you want. 1-800-MATTRESS or log on to their website, mattress.com. Dial a Mattress, call them today, 1-800-MATTRESS.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
You love him so, you always will. You look at him and see another guy who's gay.
Gay.
Oh, but are you ever gonna see your wedding day?
No.
Wedding day. They have passed some laws, Bill, that you've been dreading. You've been dreading. No one wants to see any more gay weddings. Your kisses and love are scaring them, so you can't marry him, Bill. 'Cause his name is Bill too. You got the
Okay, now, I don't know. It must be on. Let me just check something here. I think it's on your ass end. Or maybe it just was like one batch. You had a bad batch?
Sorry, I'm
Because it's not on
working on
my
my batch over here. No, we're having problems over here.
Are you really? With what? With your fax machine?
Yeah. Among
Because
others.
there's a big white stripe down the left side. Not in the beginning, but like after a while. And I know it's not me because I got all my supplies here. You know, my school supplies and all that stuff. I got everything like right up to date. Like Robbie Benson said in that movie, One-on-One. School supplies. Grow up already, Robbie. Will you? People are starting to talk. Let's see. So what have I got? Monday. This is 12 plus. Now, how come we don't have any more stuff coming through here? Oh. Monday through Sunday, the week, men 25-54. Look at that. Did we kick some ass at QAM? Holy cow, we don't know our left side from our right hip. Our eyeball is where our ass is supposed to be, and we're still kicking ass. It's a miracle. We're almost number one in men. We're number two, the overall station. Look at that. Hot beat us out. You bastards, you. That's Disney, man. We're going to get your ass, Disney. Have another drink. Okay? Old red nose. Hot 6.8 in men. This is the full week. QAM 6.6, up from a 4 in the summertime. Of course, this was still with Stern on. Stern obviously had himself a pretty decent, in fact, Person's 12 plus in the morning. He went from although IOD kicked ass too, I don't know why. Stern went from a 2.0 to a 3.5. We went in midday from a, what did we do, 2.8 to a 4.0. Not too bad. That's 12 plus, huh? Pretty good number in 12 plus if you ask me. WIOD 12 plus in the afternoon, 3.7 to a 5.0. They still kicked ass in spite of losing that big September, man. All those Rush people, all those right-wingers. And the rest of this, I can barely read the call letters. Can you? I guess you must be. I don't know. Are you there? Are you alive? What are you doing?
Fixing the facts.
1.8 to a 2.2 in the afternoon, 3 to 7. For on 12 plus. We don't care about 12 plus, okay? Nobody cares. And then they got a new thing, combined drive time, which I can't read any of the call letters on it. It's your faxes all messed up. So anyway, there's that. Is what we got so far. And then there were 25-54. It was men. I smell some bonus money. We already got a little bonus in there for being number 2 in men overall on the station. Huh? Yeah. See, I told you, no matter how this comes out, people can say, well, hey, listen, they did great, but the problem is their lineup isn't the same as it used to be. Or, on the other hand, if we would have done crappy, we could say, oh, well, we didn't do so well, but the lineup has changed. Now we got a new improved lineup, see? So I think it's a lose-lose, a win-win situation, right?
Right.
Okay. George is still back there
the fax
working
machine's
on
broken. We have to fax from somewhere else.
Oh, my. Well, what a horseball place. The fax machine is broken, and you're going to have to fax it from someplace else. Well, who's going to be on that assignment?
We have a crew.
We have the wrecking crew, the morning wrecking crew. I wonder if Ron Hersey's in there. Huh? He ain't doing nothing these days.
Crew.
The QM faxing crew.
Fax
yeah.
gotcha.
Just the fax, man. Okay? So I'm anticipating by this tremendous overall number, 25-54, we might have some serious bonus money coming in spite of Greg Reed screwing up our lives. Huh? You think? Oh, thanks a lot, Greg. We couldn't have done it without you. Oh, yeah. Thanks for being the devious, manipulative lunatic that you are. All right, is it official now?
No, it's not official till you read it.
I see. Oh, speaking of sports, of athletes who got some problems, remember that Barrett Robbins story at Baskin-Robbins the other day?
Yeah, right.
A bullet pierced his heart and another his lung, but former Oakland Raider football player Barrett Robbins wasn't finished dishing out a beating on the 3 Miami Beach officers who found him hiding in a women's bathroom on South Beach, according to an arrest report released Wednesday. Robbins snarled, growled, and uttered an expletive while clutching his wounded chest, the report said. Then the man, who police say stands 6'4", weighs 380 pounds, managed to slap the gun from an officer before sitting down on the floor to wait for rescue. The hand slap was enough to knock the officer down, police said. Robbins' brawl with police on Saturday is detailed in an arrest affidavit used to charge the former Pro Bowler with... I didn't know he was a bowler. Oh, Pro Bowler. With 3 counts of attempts. See, that's not a good term, Pro Bowler. See? You know what I mean? That means
What
he
about-
played in the Pro Bowl,
right.
but it could also mean he's bowling these days, you know?
He's a pro baller.
Right. With 3 counts of attempted murder on Wednesday, the police were called to an office building that houses Playwright Irish Pub after the pub's owner and a head chef confronted Robbins and told him to leave, but ignored them. After they found him, Robbins, 31, allegedly punched and kicked one officer, repeatedly body slammed another, and tried to wrest the gun away from a third before he was shot, according to the police report. Okay, that's it. That takes care of that. I just want to know if they're going to be faxing from another machine, what are they doing now? Are they faxing one word at a time? I mean,
Probably driving over to a building that has a fax.
I see. No, well, what's the story there? Seriously.
They're going to find a machine that works and use it, I assume.
Yeah. Well, that's really a pee-poor kind of way of doing this, you know, if you ask me.
Gave up the ghost here.
When you consider that everybody in town is sitting around their radios, including the people, the 40 people who still work in this business, who aren't automation machines, who are waiting to find out if they still have a job or not. And in the meantime, and how did IOD wind up with another big bogus month in December? Must have been them right-wingers got a whole bunch of diaries again, huh? I don't understand that.
Jesus
That's
helped them.
Huh?
Jesus helped them.
Is that what it was? It was Jesus.
Boy!
Jesus is praying for the evildoers at whatever the hell they are, at Queer Channel. What just happened there with my 2554? Didn't you send me one sheet? Oh, here it is right on top. Now, what did they do 2554? 39 to a 46. See, they still had pretty decent number in there. Although we beat them. We beat the pants off of them, man. 2554, man, we kicked your ass, baby. Now, if I had the rest of those sheets, I could tell you how those other competitors did, but I don't.
Sorry.
How about that sports waxy? Are they in these two? All I got is 2 pages. 6 a.m. to midnight. That's all I got.
Sorry, that's all that went through.
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't suck up anymore.
What do you mean by that?
You know, when you fax, the sheet gets sucked into the machine
Right.
there. It stops sucking.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
I'll bet.
Oh, my God, I cannot believe that.
Enough for the sucking.
Wow.
That's what it said.
That is shocking. In fact, that might be on our poll. It's so shocking. The QM fax machine craps out. Okay, here's a page. Here's my back pages, as the bird said, another bundle. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is the same thing I had before, but that's okay. At least it's an omen, but they're coming through very slowly. They must be hand-feeding them like one sheet at a time, kind of like they do in a clan, one sheet at a time. So I could still read the same numbers. Hot, 1 in men, 6'8", QM right on their ass, 6'6". Boy, that's so close. That's the overall week. XDJ, 5'1" to a 5'9". That's the no spigot in glaze. Big, 4'9" to a 5'3". They actually went up in, that's amazing. Without Howard. Oh, no. Don't tell anybody about that. That'd be bad for Howard's ego. CMQ-FM, 4'1" to a 5'1". WIOD, 3'9" to a 4'6". They went up a boy. We passed them like they were standing still. Man, we kicked their ass by 2 full points. Power, 3'2" to a 4'3". The Coast, 3'3" to a 3'7". Anybody paying attention to these numbers?
No.
But it's killing some great time on a Friday. Then Life, EDR, WMIB, 2'6" up to a 3'4". MIB, huh? They're ramping it. 1194th, 4'6" down to a 3'2". Yeah, nobody wants to hear that jazz crap anymore, okay? Nobody wants to hear a bunch of crappy jazz, Petey Bulger and Rona Fink. Kiss, 3'7" down to a 2'8". Uh-oh. Well, we don't know those people. They're in another building. Party Radio. Oh, my God. I got to find that thing. Where is it?
See.
No, seriously. Here it is. The party is definitely over. Turn out the lights.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
Wow. I mean, Hot may have beaten us there in men for number 1, but, boy, that PYN, that party thing, that is done. That was a raspberry, by the way, Joyce. A little tiny raspberry. And don't be dumping it there, Josh. So you notice how Joyce and Josh both begin with a J-O?
I noticed.
Yeah, J-O.
What does that mean?
Joe.
Joe Mama. Radio Romancia, 3'1" to a 2'4". See, these are coming very nicely, nice and slow, so it gives me time to, staple it together. I feel like one of the staple singers. Huh? Maybe I ought to start singing that good old-time religion, staple singers. Let's take a look at the morning. Look at that. Looky, here comes Cookie. Remember when Renner used to say that?
Yes, he did.
He probably wouldn't mind me to remind you he ever said that. But before we do that, let's see how the men did on Waxy, okay? Because everybody said, oh, that Waxy boy, they went from a 0.7 to a 1.5. They went from 26 to 20 turds.
You turd.
Not too impressive, because all they got is Joe Rose. WINZ-AM, Scare America, 0.8 to a 1.4. They're still way down there, scraping around near the bottom of the barrel. Okay, now we start getting these day parts. Let's do the break first, then I can put this all together. But looking pretty good there for Stern. Huh? Mm-hmm. Stern is singing, we're number 3, damn it, in the fall book in the morning. WXDJ, still consistent, 9.5 in the summer, 9.5 in a fall book. Number 1, WXDJ. It is absolutely hot, 8.5 down to a 7.2, but hanging on the second spot. And QAM in the morning, it was Stern, 3.75 up to a 6.8 third. Huh? And then Big, 5-0 to a 5-8. Big actually went up in the morning. Now, that's Paul and old Ron, isn't it?
I don't know anymore. Yeah.
Told you they were great, that our material was always better. It's like when you have leftovers, sometimes the stuff tastes better the second time around. So our material is even better the second time around there, although I will say Stern beat him, but not by a big margin, 6-8 to a 5-8. Of course, the fact that we were bleeping the crap out of Stern and making it a piece of Swiss cheese, and it was on our crappy AM signal, that didn't help any, but nevertheless. And IOD, 3-2 to a 4-2 from 12th to 5th in the morning in men, 25 to 54. Anyway, it's 27 after 1. I'm exhausted. This is always a big workout, you know, and I realize a lot of you people out there, all 20 of you who are in the business, are like sitting around the radio. Oh, please, Neil, tell us. We'll get to it. We'll get around to it.
Greg said
congratulations.
Huh? Greg said congratulations.
Let me just remind you of one thing. Don't ever forget this as long as you live.
Greg hates you.
Okay. Just keep that in mind. Bye, Greg. Thanks for that great deal, by the way. You're the best. 27 after 1 at 560 WQM. If you decided to start the new year off right and trim down with the Atkins, the South Beach, the Sugar Busters, or any low-carb, sugar-free diet, then head for Delights of West Boca. Even TV's biggest losers are following a low-carb diet, and their weight loss is incredible. For years, Delights has helped thousands of low-carb dieters achieve their weight loss goals. Delights of West Boca is your low-carb, one-stop shop for the right supplements and best selection and best-tasting low-carb foods. Stop in and sample any of their over 1,200 low-carb products like their new chocolate-dipped cheesecake on a stick and their famous Carbolite soft-serve ice cream. They got an eligible staff who knows low-carb dieting inside and out, and they're open every day till 10 p.m. And don't forget their guaranteed lowest price policy, too, at Delights on all Atkins, Carbolite, and Purity Light products, too. If you're one of those desperate people who are just looking for some variety on your low-carb diet, this is the place. And don't forget, Delights will not be undersold either. Delights is on the northeast corner of Glades and 441 next to Boston Market, or call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB. That's with a W, L-O-W-C-A-R-B, or on the web at lowcarb.com. Delights of West Boca, it's your official Atkins retail center.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he a truck driver or a caddy? If finding dad looks grim, just call up Fox and they'll locate him. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he bloated, boozed up, and named Patty? Fox has hit rock bottom. 'Cause what if your daddy is Sodom? At Fox, they're a bunch of sickos looking for ratings. Next, they'll do a show on pimps and hoes.
All right.
Or alien matings. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Is he a male prostitute named Maddie? It's a sleaze-a-rama. Heaven forbid the guy's mom did, 'cause one of them might be Osama.
Oh! It's 1:32 at 560 WQM. All we can say is...
We're number one, damn it!
Mighty impressive, you know what?
Right.
If you ask me.
We're number one, damn it!
Okay, don't waste any more of my fax paper by sending me anything like 18 to 34, whoever is faxing, please. I noticed that their fax machine started to do the same thing on his left side. So theirs is on the verge of crapping out, too. Just in the nick of team, we're going to get these 7 to midnight, and that's it. That's all I needed, 12 plus men, 25, 54. The rest, you can tell me about. Write me a note. Send me an email.
Okay.
Got highlights. Okay, I got it all. That's it. Tell them stop. Enough. Good. Got it? Did we get the message to Garcia?
Got it. Everybody got it.
Message to Jeff Garcia?
Yay.
Okay. Okay, here's what we got. Men 25-54. You ready? Because I know a lot of people in the business are really concerned. We picked some big smelly ass, man. I'll tell you that. In spite of certain people interfering. Wasn't he just there in the doorway? Now, did he have like a I don't even know what, a straight look on his face? No, not one of those Brooks Brothers suits and that crappy haircut. I mean, like he told you that with a straight face?
He wanted us to pass it along to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With a straight face?
As opposed to a gay face?
As opposed to a
gay
face. Or maybe even a...
Blaming.
Like your buddy out there at the front desk, Miss Carlos, Miss Thing. 6 to 10 a.m., 25-54 men. That's where it's at, man. Everybody wants those 25 to 54 men. Some, of course, would rather have the 18 to 24 men, but that's another story for later. Including, oh, no, he's 26. Jesse, whatever his name is.
Ventura.
Jesse Ventura Miguel. Wow. 26. I might have to extend my horizons there by a couple of years. Let's see. Now, what are we doing? XDJ. I already told them this, did I? This is the no, I didn't. Mornings. WXDJ. Now, isn't that they got that hot morning show on there? No speaking English. What is it? Yada, yada, yada. Some kind of a stupid show. Hot 105 is number 2 in the morning, like they were last time, but dropping a point in the third. QAM, Howard Stern, from a 3.7 to a 6.8 in the morning, from 5th to 3rd. Big, 5.0 to a 5.8. I just got through doing this before. IOD, 3.2 to a 4.2. What was with this IOD crap? RTO, well, that's because a lot of this October and November were like election heavy-duty stuff, you know. Radio Ritmo, 3.6 to a 3.4. Power, 2.4 to a 3.3. And CMQ. Now, let's see in the morning what these other stations do, because isn't that when Joe Rose is on in the morning on 790, right?
Right.
MIB, Life, The Coast. Waxy, 1.2 to a 2.8. There you go. That's the only impact I think they're going to show you all day is the Rosemeister, little dog. They went from 23rd to 13th. They're on the move. They're on the march. Freedom's on the march on Waxy. That's all they got, though. EDR, Zeta. Oh, Zeta, boy, they really stink to join out. Kiss, 3.5 to a 2.5. They're not doing it, man. Somebody's going to get canned down the road there. Look at that. WNMA. Mr. Ego actually threw a number in there for the first time ever. A 0.8 in the summer and a 2.0 in the fall. Look at that. Nice going there, Steve-O, you lunatic, you crazy person, you. How do you like that? Well, it must be the political thing, you know. Must have got everybody whipped up.
'Tis the season.
Party. Oh, my God. Holy moly, boys and girls. Party radio that keeps playing Darude over and over again, and once in a while, Fruit Fly. Look at that. They are dead.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
In the morning from a 3.4 to a 1.7. That is a disaster.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
That's embarrassing.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
That's humiliating.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
That's like everybody over there get fired at kind of a number, right?
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
Okay, get lost. Go have a drink. Love 94. Oh, they really took a dump. Good. Oh, that's bad. We like them over there. No, not Love. We like Life, right? Because that's the kind of PD.
Light
called
FM.
Light FM. But that's Life, LYF. Well, that's not their demo anyway. They always get these bogus numbers. They went 3.5 to a 3.0. They don't have any men listening to Light FM unless they're a little
gay.
Light. Let's see. INZ AM. Now, that's, I don't even know who's on in the morning on that Scare America. Who's on there? Well, the Goddess is on the first hour. They're at least consistent. In the summer, they had a 0.8. Now they got a 0.8. In other words, what's the point, you know? FTL, that's that 850 abortion, right, where P.D. Lenny is and Bob Eisenberg and all those other great salespeople.
Right.
They went from not showing up at all to a 0.6. That's really
Must have been
tragic.
Defoe.
Was Defoe on in the mornings? I don't think he was on in the mornings. He was on in the afternoons, I believe.
No idea when he
Defoe
was
wasn't doing the mornings on there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A slovenly guy like him is going to drag his ass out of bed in the morning and do a radio show and yank that ankle bracelet off in the morning? Get out of here. KAT, 0.3 to a 0.4. Of course, now they got that big talk format coming up real soon. That's going to be really big. Oh, yeah. What's the point? Okay, let's see. Min 2554 midday. Here's our story. Look at that. Thank you to this audience, man. They are just continuing to put up with our crap and put up with Greg Reed's manipulation and machination and palpitations. How did we do it? In fact, you know something? This belongs on the poll. Right?
Okay. How we word
How do we say this?
QAM's fall book.
Yeah, the QAM fall book. The QM fall rating book. That is what historical event do you least believe could have happened? With all the diddling around and the screwing around and this one's on first and nobody knows who's on second and the lineup shifting and changing and everybody disgruntled and people foaming at the mouth and we still kicked ass. Men 25-54, 10-3. And you know it's a higher number than that because 2-3, with all respect to the Mad Dog, what did they get? They had a 5-6. We're at about a 10 share, man. We're back in double digits again, I believe. When all the dust clears, when the smoke blows, when that gray smoke starts coming out of the chimney there in the QM building, I think we're right around a 10 share, man. And we couldn't have done it without Josh Cordes.
That's right.
You believe me, Josh?
I do.
There you go. Well, that's good. See, a little confidence. It's about time. It's starting to exude some confidence. Just please pick the Steelers to win on Sunday, please.
Oh, he exudes all the time.
He is exuding it. So we went from a 5.8 number 2 in the summertime to a 9.6 number 1 by a mile, by 3 points just about. Holy moly, Neil. How do you do it?
Neil, God!
It's all with Greg's help, baby. Greg, we couldn't do without Greg and the Beasleys, Carol, and Joyce, of course, really extended her hand. And we chopped it, man, with an axe. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Joyce winds up in the wood chipper by the end of the year. WIOD, number 2, 5-1 up to a 6-8. And then again, that's got to be because of all that election stuff, right? October, November, December, 2 months with like heavy election stuff. Yeah, he had a number. CMQ-FM is 3rd, way up. Hot. Now, CMQ-FM, is that like a talk Spanish or is it like music?
You know, you ask me all the time.
And you don't know.
And I never know.
Get with it, man. Get with it, programa, man. Hot. You're sitting there eating Mexican food. I mean, Mexican ain't
what's
exactly
that got to do with
the
the
same.
radio?
Yeah, well, sure it does. If you eat enough of that, you'll start listening to Radio Mambi. Hot 42 to a 51, WXDJ 29 to a 47, Big 50 to a 47 down a little bit. Actually, Big did okay. They ought to be peeing their pants over there with glee. They lost Stern. They had to yank him off the air. And in the meantime, although we got a good number in him out of that one book. Thanks, Howie. Have a great life. Coast 35 to a 43. The Coast. It's 82 along the coast. Piece of crap. Life 56 to a 42. MIB. Okay, this is midday, and I'm sure that maybe Humper and some other people want to know about the afternoon. Afternoon was, could have been better. Could have been worse. Moved up a little bit. Hot's number one in men in the afternoons. 5-1 to a 6-9. From 4th to 1st. Hot. Hot had a big book, baby. It is hot. Don't touch it. Don't put your hands on that radio. You're gonna get fried. Of course, a lot of you already are. Big 5-8 to a 6-0 in the afternoon. Look at that. Big, they went big. What's that all about? They actually playing some good music on there? I doubt it.
No.
IOD 5-0 to a 5-8 and QM 440 to a 5-6. So they beat us out a little bit in the afternoon, but you know what the chigger in the woodpile was with that deal? Guess who was suspended in the afternoon for 6 weeks in this book? I'll give you a clue. Yeah, there you go. Power went up a little bit in the afternoon. So down the hall there, Kid Curry is a good guy. We like Kid Curry a lot, although we don't like the smell of curry. But he's probably pretty happy. Although I don't know about the younger demos. That's their thing. This isn't their bag. XDJ. Now, what about in the afternoon? Who they got? Now, what about midday on Waxy? Wait a minute. Who's on midday on Waxy? That Craig Minervini Weenie? Is he on?
I know they have the Dan Patrick Show.
The Dan Patrick Show. Well, how can we compete with that? I mean, once they went on with that, we went zooming up to a 10 share. Let's see, Scare America, 140 to a 1.8. Waxy, they made a move, baby. A 0.9 to a 1. Look out.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM. We're number one, damn it!
Yes. That was another one of those gotcha rejoins, you know.
No one ever told you they would separate so soon. Marriage is a joke because actors are such buffoons. They'll let divorce lawyers take it from here. Weddings barely last a day, a week, a month, or even a year. Brad and Jen are through, 'cause their vows don't mean squat. Brad and Jen are through. Why they even tied a knot? Brad and Jen are through. Time to date someone new.
Come to find out, it's Angelina Jolie. She's the chigger in that marriage woodpile, and she was the reason that Brad said, bye-bye. Isn't that kind of unusual? Isn't it usually the other way around, that the woman wants to have a family, wants to have babies, and that the husband wants to pursue the career or whatever?
Usually the way it works.
Yeah, but not in Brad's case. He's a little kind of ladylike anyway. You know, he's got a pretty ass. I haven't seen it. I actually did see it in that picture. That was kind of embarrassing. Let's see, 723 votes on the poll. What historical event could you least believe, how do I say it? What historical event do you least believe could have happened? I had to work on that wording for hours just to make sure I got it grammatically correct. Re-election of George W. Bush, 253, we all said.
Oh, my
Those of us with a IQ larger than our thumbnail said that. The resurrection of Jesus, 149. The Lord has come. He's returned. He made a comeback. O.J. gets acquitted, 82. That was not only shocking but dismaying. And, of course, oh, brother. You know who we have to go to for justice, don't you? 9/11/63. QM gets its act together, 46. Of course, let us know when that date is, okay, in history. Noah's Ark, 42. He's just... Now, wasn't he singing If I Had a Hammer when he was doing all that? Because it must have been taking a long time.
It did.
Can't you see it? If I had a hammer, he was nailing it. Mike Piazza gets married, 23. I don't think he's going to be nailing anybody, at least not her. Man Walks on the Moon, 23. The Holocaust, 15. Ricky Williams leaves the Dolphins, 9, and craps out. Assassinations of the 60s, 6. Red Sox win the World Series, 5. Mo Howard David flips his wig. 3. The Heat get 3. The war in Vietnam, 1. And the QM Fall Ratings book just went on there. But it is one of the incredible wonders of the history of the human race, along with this picture of Jesse, what's his name? Now, let's see. Well, I started to say that. I went into the break. Waxy in midday from a 0.9 to a 1.0. That's pretty impressive, huh? Not too good.
Impressive.
Where is it? I can't even find it now. It's so bad. It's on about the 85th page here. There it is, 0.9 to 1.0. And in the afternoon, again, I think this is a byproduct of Hank's 6-week suspension, which is totally unacceptable and hurt us. They went from a 0.4 to a 1.4. Maybe they didn't want to hear. Well, I don't know. I don't want to blame him for it, but I will. Let's see, what else in the afternoon? So we were number 4 in the afternoon, men. 440 was 5-6, again, and just on IOD's ass, that Tom Schmidmeister. But you'll see some things change, though, because now that whole political season is over and people are off of that. Look at that. Even Scare America in the afternoon went from a 0.6 to a 2.8.
Oh!
Right? And they got that Ed, what's his name on there? Ed Schneider, Spider?
Schultz.
What's his, Schultz?
Yeah.
Oh, Schultz.
Yeah.
Ha-ha. A perfect name for the times in which we live. Schultz. Next thing, it'll be the Battenberg Show, huh? With Prince Harry. It's kind of scary. In fact, look at him. It's pretty scary right there, huh? Who are you kidding, man, with that Irish... You know, he's got that reddish face with that ruddy Irish complexion. Guess what? I've been in Germany. I've seen a lot of those complexions there, too. Not kidding me. The German-British royal family. I still say they got to put a swastika on it. What do they call the British flag?
Union Jack.
The Union Jack. Yeah. How about the Union swastika?
Just a little clipping.
Yeah, let's do a little clip and paste. What do you say? And, of course, to top off all this euphoria, we've got one of the greatest photos in the history of the Beaded Curtain, if you ask me, and I modestly will tell you it is impeccable, and I found her. I discovered her. I mean, you saw her first, but, like, the picture evidently wasn't all that impressive.
It was grainy and
it wasn't impressive.
No.
But I discovered it on that. And, of course, we can all thank, including Josh Cordes wants to especially thank Jeff Garcia for getting involved in that story there, and that little contretemps in the bar there. Right?
Good for him.
Do we want to good for her? Is that what you
said?
said?
Thank her for assaulting that chick, or we never would have heard of her.
Right, that's right. Nice going, Carmela. Even I love you dearly. She is beautiful, man. In fact, let me take another look at that Beaded Curtain today. I just can't get over it. And then every day next week we'll have. Now, Eric did save that top 5 list, didn't he? I got it here in my pile somewhere.
And besides, what's wrong with the roast beef taco?
And we were doing so well, and right away there you go.
The Mexican food was just here.
Yeah, they didn't bring in no roast beast, okay?
Yes, they did.
Although everybody would like to roast the beast, and then we get him off. Now, if you just pay Matty Bell the $2,000 back that you swindled, I mean, everything would be okay, right? Just come on. If you'd have told me $2,000, I might have, coughed up a little bit more there.
3.
Let's see. Let me just take a look. Oh, it's $3,000 now. Yeah. Carmela. And we still got Meredith Baxter's Burning. She's still on there underneath his little bonus, although a little on the saggy side, if you ask me. But there's Carmela. Carmela is looking just as... And that guy's got some complaints. I'm going to tell you right now, anybody who complains about any of these photos we got of Carmela de Caesar is strictly a flaming faggot, okay? And even this flaming faggot, meaning me sitting right here, even I see the incredible physical beauty of this chick, okay? Don't be feeding me no crap. Roast beef my ass.
Get the knife.
Yeah.
Rectum.
You got it. Wow.
Leaner, not so lean.
Leaner and meaner, man. Speaking of the beast. Yeah, that's somebody we'd all like to roast. In fact, put them on a spit, can't you see? Isn't that what they do like at Christmas time? They put a big pig on a spit and they roast it?
They do.
Oh, yeah, I can see roasted beast right now. I'd like to be there to light the fire, light my pyre. Anyway, I'm just rambling now because we're very excited about being number 1, and especially about the bonus money. The ego stuff. When you've been doing it for a long time, and it's the same thing. And he comes in there telling me, congratulations on a great book. And I'm like, great, okay, great. We know it. This isn't something new. It's been going on for how many years now?
About 30, man.
Damn near 30 years. All right, there are people out there who actually like the show. I know, and of course there are a lot of people right now scratching their heads and wondering, what did we miss on Howard today? Can you believe that? That was the excuse for making sure that we had on a full show every minute, which, of course, I know damn well that whatever the deal was they must have said they got to carry it until the last gasp, Robin does the last story every day, right? But the excuse being, I was concerned what the listeners would think they missed if we cut Howard off at 10 every day. Yeah, right. But in the meantime, we still survived it. How do you like that? In addition to which, what kind of a number did Stern have on there in the morning? 6-8. What do we have, a 9-6? Huh? Huh? But thanks to Howard for a good lead-in, though, for 3 months. Thanks, Howie. We had some fun in there, right?
Okay.
We didn't. He had a 6-8. We had a 9-6. We beat him by 3 points just about in men. Mm-hmm. Well, what? We didn't have any fun while that was going on? I mean, sure, it was disturbing. And in the beginning, we thought it was going to be great. And that's because we were looking at it selfishly. Like, we're only working 3 1/4. And by the way, Mo, I'm not that old and I'm getting tired, okay? The first couple of days, I will be honest with you, after doing all those short shows, it's not so much physically that you're tired, but that your voice starts crapping out after 3 hours. You have to, go into training. Talking 4 hours every day, people think it's easy. When you're only getting paid $15, $20 million a year, you got to, exercise your vocal cords.
How do you do that?
You got to work it. Gargle. Like that guy that calls every day. He's just exercising his vocal cord, the gargler.
What's he gargling?
Razor blades, we hope. No, you know the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The mad gargler.
Yeah.
That one. You just got to exercise it. Work it, man. Work it. Oh, man, you work it more. The more you work it, the better it works. That's what I've heard. Believe you me, that's what everybody I know has always told me that. The more you work it, the better it works. So exercise your vocal cords. Speak, man, speak. And so now, like 4 hours is not a big deal. You're not finding like a big strain now.
No, it's back to normal. You kidding?
Yeah, it's back to what we've done for years. We've been doing 4 hours, Mo. So don't like just because you're a wuss now. Of course, he's back to 3 hours now. Not that he wants it or we want it or anybody wants it, but he's doing 3 hours, and I think he's holding his own.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM. Bye.